Ben Bramer and Gabe Burkle are their top 2 receivers on the year.
How about their nicknames? I thought that was funny for that group. Did you see that?
No.
Airbnb.
That's exactly right.
But the top 2 receivers are tight ends. That's a monumental statement.
Let's go down to referee Michael Van de Velde, who's conducting the toss of the coin. Or the toss of the coin.
That is tails, that is heads. What is your call? Heads? Heads is called. It is a tail. You've won the toss. Defer. You want the ball. Which way would you like to kick? Go ahead and switch it up. Go ahead, Jackson. Slide over there, bud. Iowa State, they've won the toss. Deferred their choice in the second half. Arizona State will receive in this end zone.
Hey, Tim,
gentlemen, have a great ball game.
You know, we're in media, right? And for the most part, we're honest, right? You know, we're a little biased towards ASU. We're not like all the print media and political people that are all full of it. But I love the symbolism of these 2 linebackers. Our 2 captains were 44-8. Crook and Keyshawn Elliott. You want to know where the game's going to be won or lost? They sent out their 2 studs right there for the coin toss.
They're 2 top tacklers on the year. Chilly day here in Ames, and our guy braving the elements down on the sidelines is our sideline reporter Kevin Turner. As we say good morning, almost good afternoon here in Ames to KT.
Yeah, I've got 4 layers on, and Brett Wallerstadt, our boss, is down here from Kansas, the great Sun Devil nose tackle. He's down here in a golf shirt.
Wait. Did you call Brett a nose tackle?
Or whatever he was when he played here.
All right.
Yeah, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, guys, quintessential fall afternoon, the fall foliage, great setting for college football. Quick little weather update. We should have some potential sprinkles in the afternoon. It rained here. The field is a little damp. We're going to play on Kentucky bluegrass. They shaved it down. It's very thin.
Number 15 for Arizona State is wearing 41.
They air raided.
And 3 is wearing 47. 15, 41, 3, 47. Let them know.
They air raided the turf. Just watching the skilled guys. They've got pretty good footing. Sun Devils are going to be without Ghost Rouser. Remember, in the first half, he's a scratch because of the targeting call last week. Sun Devils on the defensive side will have to pick it up. Should be a fun game. Devils are going to play fast and furious this afternoon here in Ames. They brought Sparky. Sparky's on the helmet. Let's go, baby.
We got rid of the Bumblebee uniforms from last week. That was part of the problem, right? When you look like Iowa, you play like Iowa.
Jace T. Gilbert ready to kick it off. It's a short kick that's drifting over toward the far side of the field. On one bounce, Jaron Hamilton picks it up and will return it, but he is swarmed under near the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 9. And so the Sun Devils with poor field position. There is a penalty flag down on the play. And this is usually seldom good news for the return team.
Holding, number 21. Return team, half the distance to the goal line. First down.
So the penalty on Arizona State, and that was a big story in the Houston game last week. The Sun Devils were saddled with poor field position virtually the entire game. And looky here, they start this game on the road at their own 5-yard line after the short return and the penalty. As Jeff Sims leads the Arizona State offense onto the field, Rayleigh Brown will get the start at running back. Sims will operate out of the shotgun with 3 receivers to his right, and Jeff Sims is standing in the end zone as he takes the snap from starter Wade Helton. Throws a quick pass out to the far side of the field to Jalen Moss, and the Fresno State transfer is able to get the ball out to just shy of the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Linebacker Cooper Ebel on the tackle for Iowa State. And how appropriate is it that former Cyclone Wade Helton is getting the start at center today? Makua Pule had started at center the last 2 games. On second down, Sims will keep. He'll run the ball, and he's got a first down and a lot more out past the 25-yard line to the 26 before he is tackled by linebacker Caleb Bacon. But a heck of a run by Jeff Sims and a first down after a pickup of 15 yards.
That was one of those plus runs that you talked about last week, getting extra blocker out in front of Jeff Sims to the right side.
I really think the Sun Devils have to capitalize on Sims' running ability, although as Rapper pointed out, Marcus Arroyo has to be cautious as well because you don't want to get Sims hurt. On first down, here's a handoff to Rayleigh Brown, and Brown spins his way forward for about 3 before he goes down on the turf. And The last one up off the bottom of the pile is that Mike linebacker, Cooper Ebel, a junior from Hartley, Iowa. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. This time,
Tim, ASU's not playing at tempo, but what they are doing is lining up quick and forcing Iowa State to declare their personnel. That gives them plenty of time to signal the play in. Remember, there's a communication speaker in the quarterback's helmets now.
2nd down and 7. Again, the handoff is to Rayleigh Brown, but he runs into a stone wall at the 30-yard line and goes down there after a pickup of 2, and it will set up a 3rd down and 5 as linebacker Caleb Bacon made that tackle. Right, so far, linebackers are getting most of the stops for Iowa State.
If you look at Iowa State, 3 of their top 4 linebackers are either their tacklers or their 2 linebackers, what they call their star or their nickel guy, who really is the 5th. I would call him an extra linebacker, half/DB, almost like Pat Tillman, Darren Woodson kind of player.
4 receivers to the left of the formation on 3rd down. Sims a design run, but he slipped as he took off and gets dropped for a loss of 2 as Ebel, the linebacker, covered him up. That was going to be a designed run, almost like a quarterback draw right up the middle, but Sims lost his footing. And so the Sun Devils will have to punt away the football.
You got a little too quick with that. You got 4 receivers to the left side. Let the play develop. Let it happen. Let the blockers get in front of you, and he did not quite do that.
And now Canyon Floyd gets off a high, fairly short kick that is fair caught near the 38-yard line, and the fair catch is made by Iowa State freshman Carson Robbins, a wide receiver. And so the Cyclones will have good field position, and again, at the risk of beating the proverbial dead horse, field position was such a huge factor in ASU's loss to Houston last week. Cougars kept getting great field position, Devils not so much. And here, Rocco Becht and company will start at their 38-yard line, and Becht will line up under center. Carson Hansen is the feature back. He is the tailback in the eye. They've got a tight end fullback, Tyler Moore, as a blocking back in the backfield.
See if they go eye lead left.
They hand the ball to Carson Hansen. He's heading left, finds a hole to midfield, 45, 40, down past the 35-yard line before Javen Robinson trips him up. They will spot him at the 36. A huge gain by Carson Hansen off the left side of the offensive line. And Iowa State's in business at the Arizona State 36-yard line.
Yeah, ASU shifted their defensive line. They had a natural bubble over the left guard. I formation. Ball had to go at the bubble, but they took the fullback to the strong side of the field. The backers flowed that way, gave up a crease to the left side.
A 28-yard pickup on 1st down. Now Beck rolling to his right, looking to throw. Gets the pass off, incomplete. He was trying to hit the back. Carson Hansen out of the backfield in the near flat. And misfired.
Keyshawn Elliott did a nice job attacking the back on that rollout. Caused that misfire right there, buddy.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones as they are already in Sun Devil territory.
Really liked what Keyshawn did. He didn't hit back after the throw. He put a lot of pressure on him, but didn't get the penalty for roughing the passer.
Carson Brown, a receiver, flanked wide to the right side. Xavier Townsend to the left. As they give it to Hansen, and Hansen runs right into the arms of Justin Watley, who had a terrific game last week against Houston, and Watley drops Hansen at the 31-yard line. After a gain of 3, it'll set up a 3rd down and 7. Chase Sowell is a wide receiver split to the left side of the field.
Watley's out now. Clayton Smith is in. They brought their pass rush group out.
Devils showing blitz, 3rd down and 7. They don't blitz often as Beck back to throw. He's got time, and he's got his receiver, and Sowell dropped the football. Chase Sowell, a transfer from East Carolina, had a 1st down literally in his hands, and he dropped the pigskin at the 24-yard line. And so on comes the field goal unit for Iowa State. Kyle Conrady, a sophomore place kicker, has turned out quickly to be one of the most popular players on this team. his introduction in the pregame got the loudest ovation of any Iowa State player, and he is going to attempt a 49-yard field goal out of the hold of punter Tyler Perkins from the far hash to put the Cyclones on the board first. There's the snap. The ball is airborne, plenty of distance, and the kick is no good. Wide to the right. So Conradi unable to convert on the field goal try, and the Sun Devils stave off the Iowa State scoring threat as we remain scoreless 4.5 minutes into this football game as we take a timeout from Ames, Iowa here on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
I needed to chill. I started feeling paranoid, hearing things, losing touch. Turns out, even recreational drug use can trigger something called first episode psychosis, or FEP. It's not always a cause, but it can make symptoms worse fast.
Feel it, name it, face it. No shame, just strength. FEP is treatable and help is here. Go to learnmorefep.org. That's learnmorefep.org.
Dan Bickley, Vince Marotta, Bickley and Marotta Mornings.
I love this show. This is the greatest show in the history of radio.
Ron Wolfley, Luke Lipinski, Wolf and Luke Middays.
Don't waste all your best material this early in the show.
Boom!
Because I want people to keep listening.
Dave Burns, John Gambadoro, Burns and Gambo Afternoons.
Are you ready for this?
All right, let's go.
Arizona Sports is the local sports leader and the only place you can watch, read, and listen to Arizona's biggest sports personalities on 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
It's kickoff time, Sun Devil Nation. At Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, we're proud to stand with Arizona State football. And just like Sparky on game day, trucks from Tim Hovig's Santan Ford bring the fire, the fight, and the power. From the F-150 to the unstoppable Super Duty, Ford trucks are built tough and built for Arizona. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford is an easy drive from anywhere in the valley. Santan, 202 Freeway, and Val Vista and Gilbert. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, proud partner of your Arizona State Sun Devils.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Circle K makes your day. Sign up for Inner Circle Rewards on the Circle K app and score 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups, plus exclusive discounts on food, drinks, and more.
Jay, let's go down the sidelines. KT, what's the field conditions like? Because it looks like from up here, players are having trouble getting traction.
Yeah, I mean, it's wet on the surface, and then it's damp underneath. In fact, it's muddy, and I think I mentioned to you in the pregame, it looked like they aerated it to oxygenate it, to let it dry out a little bit. But on the surface, it's very thin, and it is slick.
So on that pass route right in front of you on that left side, they just lose his footing on that drop, or what happened?
Well, Sol, yeah, I think he just dropped it. I mean, it was right in front of me, and it was thrown right between the numbers, and you got to come up with that if you're an Iowa State Cyclone. Fans weren't too happy here on the far side.
I thought maybe you're yelling at him, putting a little juju on him.
No, I was yelling at our DB, ball.
61,000 fans here. They generally sell out. There are a few empty seats in Jack Trice Stadium, but not very many, and they're bundled up for the weather on this overcast, chilly afternoon.
Hey, take a look at left guard, Tim. We got a new left guard for the third time this year.
Freshman Makai Stewart is at left guard. The offensive line, Jeff Atkins, Maxie Hanashore, the tackles. Makai Stewart and Kyle Scott, the guards, and former Cyclone Wade Helton at center. As Jeff Sims gets the snap, heads to the right. A flag is down, so is Sims after a short gain, maybe a yard or two. But they threw that flag in the area where they generally call holding. Ikena Ezeagu, the defensive end for Iowa State, was in on the tackle. And the preliminary signal is holding against the Sun Devils.
Kind of a zone stretch to the right side.
Number 59. Offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that's the freshman Makai Stewart, the big 360-pounder out of Long Beach, California.
You know, I'm not sure I buy that hold. I was just focusing on him. I wanted to see how it played. The ball went away from him. He was just hustling, trying to get his body on people from behind. And I don't know. That was
tough call.
You got to watch the officials. Remember last week we said, hey, if they're going to call it by the letter of the law, you better be super careful. We'll have to watch this crew here today.
Yeah. On 1st and 20, Sims rolling to his left, under pressure, gets the pass off, but Rayleigh Brown can't hang on. In the near flat, the pass incomplete, but Sims was feeling the heat that time, and I think it was linebacker Cooper Ebel who was bringing the pressure on Sims. And that's a tough roll out there for him, but the pass incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Derek Eusebio has checked into the game as a wide receiver. He and Malik McClain are flanked to the right side. Rayleigh Brown, Jalen Moss, and Shimon Mateer to the left. So it's an empty formation for Sims on 2nd down and 20. Jeff, quick drop, gets the pass off, caught by Mateer at the 26-yard line, but he is gang tackled almost immediately. So that play picks up 5. It'll still be 3rd down and 15. Among those in on the play, linebacker or cornerback David Coffey, and star back, the hybrid safety linebacker Marcus Neal for Iowa State. The ball placed at the 27, a gain of 6. 3rd down and 14 coming up. And again, it'll be an empty formation, only this time 4 receivers to the right side.
Yeah, they're running really a 3-2-6. They got 6 DBs in there.
Sims, straight drop back, has time. Can't find anybody open. Being chased as he rolls right. He'll try to run now. Throws downfield. That pass is tipped incomplete into the Arizona State sideline. Incomplete on the play, and the Devils will have to punt it away. Malik McClain was the intended receiver. And ASU unable to hold on to the ball, and they'll have to punt it away. That penalty kind of thwarted things on that possession.
2 things on that play. Remember last week we were talking about no snag or mesh concepts? McClain's on the left side. He runs a mesh route with the tight end crossing, but McClain ran into the official, and he was late getting out to the sidelines.
Canyon Floyd drops the snap for the punt, is able to get the kick off, but it's a short kick that will be downed near the 43-yard line of Arizona State. The Sun Devils are claiming it's their ball, as if the ball hit an Iowa State player. ASU fell on the football. Kenny Dillingham is out there trying to plead his case as the officials confer, but it doesn't look like they're going to rule that way.
Well, they're still talking. They got a gaggle of zebras right there at the 45.
There was no touch by the receiving team. Ball goes over, 1st down, Iowa State.
And that pretty much sums up what they saw. The Sun Devils were saying they had the football, but honestly, I did not see an Iowa State player anywhere near where that happened. But that play was messed up when Floyd was unable to handle the snap. Let's check in with Kevin Turner.
All right, after that last botch kick, that's enough, I think, for Canyon Floyd as Matt McKenzie comes over. He's warming up into the kicking net.
Boy, it's been a rough go of late for Canyon Floyd. Issues on the field with punts and also injury issues as well. So Iowa State, again, great field position. The Sun Devil 44-yard line. In a scoreless game, 1st quarter. Rocco Beck. The handoff to Carson Hansen, and he gets nothing. Goes right up the middle. A flag comes in late. Keyshawn Elliott, Jordan Crook among the primary tacklers there. A penalty marker flew in late on the play after Hansen was stopped for a 2-yard gain.
Number 18, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Ben Bramer, the tight end and the leading receiver on the season for the Cyclones, flagged for the hold. Boy, that penalty flag came in kind of late. I thought it was going to be more of a personal foul type penalty rather than a hold, but the Sun Devils will take it. It pushes the ball back into Cyclone territory to the 46-yard line of Iowa State. It'll be 1st and 20.
Bramer just tackled Montana Warren. Warren came on a blitz, cut inside of the right tight end. Bramer, who just tackled into the ground.
By the way, Warren starting at safety in place of Ghost Rouser, who sits out the 1st half. Here's Beck wanting to throw. Pass is caught by Ben Bramer, the tight end, who atones for the holding penalty by flagging that pass down and going all the way to the Sun Devil 30-yard line. It's a 1st down, a 24-yard pickup. Montana Warren on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the Sun Devil 30. Off play action, Beck throws. That pass gets his way downfield and is caught by wide receiver Carson Brown at the 17-yard line. That's a 13-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, that time they took Bramer, ran him on a wheel route, ran the slant route inside of it, Both receivers were open on that play.
So on 2 pass plays, Iowa State has gone from 1st and 20 on its end of the field to 1st and 10 on the Arizona State 17-yard line. Out of the shotgun with Hansen located to his left. Rocco Beck gives to Carson Hansen, and Hansen gets about 5 yards before he gets tripped up. Justin Watley got him by the ankles and tripped him up at the 13. It's a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
They got 2 pretty good running backs, don't they, in Hansen and Sama?
Abu Sama was listed on the injury report this week, but I saw him in uniform warming up in pregame, so we'll see if we see him. But Hansen coming off his career best game last week.
Yeah, I'd rather not see Sama, though. He is electric.
152 yards against BYU for Carson Hansen a week ago. And Hansen gets the call here, but he's not finding any room, and he gets stacked up for no gain as Blazin Lono Wong wrestled him down to the turf. No gain on the play. It'll be a 3rd down coming up for Iowa State. The Cyclones so far today 0 for 1 on 3rd down on the season. They are 6th in the Big 12, 41% conversion rate. Becht has 2 wide receivers to his right, Chase Sowell and Brett Eskelson. Hansen, the setback in the backfield. On 3rd down, Beck looking to throw. He'll throw to Hansen out of the backfield, who makes the catch, but a nice open field tackle by cornerback Javen Robinson, who comes up and drops Hansen at the 12 after a gain of only 1 yard. And once again, the Sun Devil defense stiffens and will force the Cyclones into a field goal try, although this one will be a much shorter attempt for Kyle Conrady, who missed a 49-yarder a few moments ago. This will be a 30-yard try from the far hash.
Yeah, Conrady's 19 of 20 inside of 40. It's beyond 40 where he has trouble.
He is 9 of 12 this year, including the miss earlier. He missed several games with an injury earlier in the season. This kick is airborne on the way, and this one is good. And so Iowa State gets the first points of the afternoon. A 30-yard field goal by Kyle Conrady makes it 3-0 in favor of the Cyclones with 5:45 remaining in the first quarter here in Ames as we take a timeout on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
The Arizona Lottery is proud to support higher education across the state through ticket sales, including programs that support Arizona's public universities in partnership with organizations like Los Diablos. The Arizona Lottery is helping students achieve their dreams through academic scholarship, community services, and mentoring. When you play, Arizona wins.
The Sun Angel Network is where business goals and athlete growth collide, connecting local companies with ASU athletes through the power of NIL. Every deal drives results for business, opportunity for athletes, and pride for Sun Devil Nation. Want to grow your brand and invest in development? Join the movement and make your business part of the win. The Sun Angel Network. Create the advantage. Activate the Valley. Go Devils.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Gila River Resorts and Casinos proudly supports the Sun Devils and is Arizona's official sports headquarters, where you'll never miss a moment of the action. Iowa State on the board first, a 6-play, 32-yard drive that led to Kyle Conrady's 30-yard field goal. Drive took a little over 3 minutes, and the Cyclones have themselves a 3-0 lead.
Happy belated Halloween to everybody, and I want to give a special thank you to all the TSA agents. I've been traveling the country at airports this week, and they're all working without pay, so thank you for stepping up and doing that. All of our military first responders who are having to work without pay.
Jaron Hamilton is back deep to await the kickoff of Jace T. Gilbert.
This was a nice little stadium, huh? What do you think?
I like it. Ames, we stayed, the Sun Devil travel party stayed last night in Ankeny, Iowa, which is a northern suburb of Des Moines, about 25 minutes south of Ames. But we've heard what little we saw of the campus on the drive in. It looks like a beautiful campus. And facility, the Jack Trice Stadium, seats 61,000, pretty much filled. As this high, short, end-over-end kick fielded at the 3 by Hamilton. Out he comes to the 15, to the 20, out past the 25, and tackled at around the 27 or 28-yard line. But all things considered, a pretty solid return for Hamilton as reserve linebacker Will McLaughlin in on the tackle for Iowa State. So the Sun Devils will start with, by their standards of late, decent field position, their own 28-yard line, trailing 3-0.
Got to feel like midfield to them, doesn't it?
Yeah, really, after the last 2 games. Rayleigh Brown continues in the backfield. This time it'll be a trips left. As Jalen Moss, Derek Eusebio, and Shimon Matei are split to the left side. As Jeff Sims will keep off the fake give to Rayleigh Brown, heads to his right, and gets out just past the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 30, a gain of only 2. The first hit coming from linebacker Will McLaughlin, a junior from Defiance, Iowa, who had 2 sacks against BYU in last week's game.
Tim, another change at left guard. Makua Pule is now in there. I always look at that spot because that just always seems to be our weak link, doesn't it?
That has been the Achilles heel of that offensive line for sure this season. 2nd down and 8. As Sims hands to Rayleigh Brown, but nothing doing as Brown is tackled immediately. And the first hit's coming from Zamir Hawk, the 305-pound defensive tackle. Hawk and his fellow nose tackle Dominique Orange, the 325-pound senior known as the Big Citrus. They are 2 space eaters in the middle of that Iowa State defense.
You know what's amazing about Orange is he squats 650, benches 450, but he verticals 320, or excuse me, 32 inches, and he's down to 325 pounds.
3rd and 8 from the 30 for Sims and the Devils as Sims back to pass. Pass over the middle is caught for a first down. Out past the 45-yard line, Shimon Mateer on the reception, and he is tackled at the Arizona State 46 after a 16-yard gain.
Yeah, much better job by the offensive line and a nice job by Pule, the left guard. They had a twist going. They went to an odd front. They took the Big Citrus right over the top of Wade Helton. So when you say odd front, that means there's somebody right on top of the center. They twisted and the guard picked it up.
Boy, an interesting formation here. 2 tight ends and a running back in the backfield with Sims. And now a flea flicker, and Sims will throw downfield, and that pass, did McLean make the catch? I believe he did. Malik McLean at the 32-yard line.
Completed pass for a first down.
A 22-yard pickup on the pass from Sims to Malik McLean off the flea flicker. Sims handed the ball to Rayleigh Brown, who took 2 steps toward the line of scrimmage, pivoted, and tossed the ball back to Sims for the pass. Trips left on 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line as Sims will keep it, and he runs past the 25, and a nice run by Jeff Sims. He's close to a first down at the 23-yard line of Iowa State.
Yeah, he gets the ball out of a shotgun snap, and he acts like it's going to be a toss sweep to an offset tailback. So really it's almost like pitching an option, like an option quarterback keep over left guard.
And it is a gain of 10 and a first down. The safety, free safety, Jamison Patton made the tackle. Sun Devils on the move, trailing 3-0 here with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A little bit of sunlight peeking through the cloud cover here in Ames as the handoff to Rayleigh Brown gets outside to the 20, to the 15, and is run out of bounds just short of the first down on the far side of the field at the 15-yard line by linebacker Cooper Ebel. A gain of 8 on the play as the Sun Devils have entered the G2G red zone. G2G protein bar, fresh, healthy, and delicious. Nice looking drive here. They've reached the Iowa State 15, 2nd down and 2, with the 4 receivers stationed on the left side of the formation here for Jeff Sims. There's the snap. Sims rolling to his right, throws, pass over the middle, incomplete, but a penalty marker. Shimon Mateer was the intended receiver, and there was a Cyclone defender on his back. It was linebacker Caleb Bacon, and that drew the flag, and the Cyclones are going to be penalized here, and it'll be a first down for Arizona State.
You know, it's interesting. Within a game, there's opportunities to make plays. There's also opportunities
Pass interference, number 26. Defense, spot foul, automatic, first down.
There's also opportunities to set yourself up for a career. You know, I remember I told you earlier, I talked to some scouts.
Yeah.
There's scouts here looking at Iowa State's tight end. If you're Shimon Mateer and you come out here and have a strong game, you got a chance to set yourself up, and we know how good Mateer is at 6'4", 255 pounds.
How about Jeff Sims trying to set himself up for a possible post-college career? Huh?
I mean, if somebody's injury is your opportunity.
First and goal from the 8 after the pass interference penalty on Bacon. Sims will run right on first down, and he forces his way to about the 5-yard line and literally is gang tackled. Just about every player in the Iowa State defense is in on that play, although Sims was able to pick up 4 to the Cyclone 4-yard line.
And every ASU offensive lineman was in blocking, moving the rugby scrum pile. All right, here's an interesting metrics for you, Tim. Blitz percentage outside the red zone for Iowa State is 36%. Inside the 20, 17. Inside the 10, 13. They tend not to blitz inside the 10-yard line, although they're lined up in a blitz set here.
Second down and goal from the 4. Sims fakes the give to Brown, gets outside. Jim Sims is going to take it into the end zone for a Sun Devil touchdown. There's a penalty flag in late at the end of the play, so we'll keep an eye on it. There's an Iowa State defensive player, the Big Citrus, doing a little bit of a dance as if this penalty might be against ASU. So we'll see what happens. That flag came in late after Sims was able to get outside to the near side and score.
Holding, number 58, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down, second down.
And so that touchdown is wiped off the board on Max Ihanachore's holding penalty.
They threw the penalty, the flag. Then they moved the flag to like the 2-yard line. And then they marked off the 10-yard penalty. So now the ball will be second and goal on the 12.
Boy, oh boy, when it rains, it pours, it seems.
Here's your 4 receivers set to the left.
And one of those is running back Kanye Udo. And
they have too many players on the field, Tim.
And Rayleigh Brown is having to sprint to the sideline to get off the field. And now Iowa State tried to get a player on.
That's called their first charge timeout.
That was such a good job by Iowa State. When you had Rayleigh have to run off, Iowa State's allowed to substitute. And so their coaches on the sidelines gave a double-arm signal, and they started substituting, and they forced ASU to burn a timeout.
And that is what the Sun Devils did, calling the timeout to stop the clock with 1:08 left in the first. We'll take a break with our score 3-0 Iowa State. This is the Sun Devil Radio Network.
Tailgates in Tempe just got cooler. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is the official hard seltzer of Sun Devil Athletics. Whether you're repping the maroon and gold or just here for the vibes, crack open that crisp, bold flavor that hits different in the desert. Crisp, refreshing, always game day ready. So before you hit the lot, swing by your local store and grab a pack of Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Forks up, Devils. 2025 Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. 21 plus only. Celebrate responsibly.
Friends, it's Pat. I finally did it. Sometimes you just need to get off the grid and get some time to think, like way off. So I hopped into my all-new 2025 4Runner with available iForce Max engine and took off, which is me, the 4Runner, and good old Mother Nature. Unfortunately, that's when I realized it was also Taco Tuesday. So I ended up coming back that night. I mean, priorities, right?
Get low 1.75% financing for 48 months on a new 2025 Tacoma SR or SR5, or 1.75% for 72 months on a new Tundra, or get a great lease deal on your favorite Toyota, including the all-new 4Runner. Stop by your closest Valley Toyota dealer or visit valleytoyotadealers.com today. Toyota. Let's go places. 1.75% with $21.59 per thousand borrowed for 48 months. 1.75% with $14.64 per thousand borrowed for 72 months. Offers end 11/3/25 and exclude TRD Pro models. See dealer for details.
Sun Devil football. Arizona sports, the local sports leader.
Resolution Copper sees the value beyond the copper. Responsible mining is essential to Arizona's economy and to America's future. Learn more at resolutioncopper.com. That was a weird sequence a moment ago. Kanye Udo, the Sun Devils' #2 running back, the transfer from Army West Point, had come into the game and was ready to deploy as a receiver wide to the left side. And then all of a sudden, Rayleigh Brown turns to Udo as if to say, what are you doing in here? And Rayleigh realized he had to get off the field, so he started sprinting to the far sideline where the Sun Devil bench is here at Jack Trice Stadium. And then, as you noted, Jeff, upon seeing that, Iowa State's coaching staff alertly got a sub in on defense, because if the Sun Devils are going to sub, they've got the right to sub as well.
You know, it's so funny to watch the hand signals, right? He just takes both fists and slams them down by his thighs, like he's pounding the table, you know, and all of a sudden, man, there goes the defender out there. There goes the timeout.
Empty formation here on 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line after the Maxi Hanachor holding penalty wiped out a Jeff Sims touchdown run.
Interesting. Rayleigh Brown you got 3 receivers right. Rayleigh and tight end to the left. You got a false start on the tight end.
And a flag is thrown. Oh my goodness. Sims threw a fade to the far side of the end zone, and it was caught, I believe, by is that Jalen Moss or Jaron Hamilton? I think it was Moss for a touchdown, but it won't count.
Start, number 7, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd out.
And this was another issue with the Sun Devils in last week's game against Houston. Penalties. Arizona State.
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute, 8 seconds, please. 1:08.
Arizona State was penalized 12 times for 76 yards last week. The Sun Devils are the most frequently penalized team in the Big 12 on the season. And they've had 2 on the last 2 plays, one of them wiping out a scoring run. So it's now 2nd and goal from the 17-yard line of Iowa State. Brown in the backfield with Sims. As Jeff Sims, a short drop. His pass is deflected and almost intercepted. Deflected at the line of scrimmage. I might have been Cooper Ebel who got his hands on it, and then he almost made a diving interception after the pass was deflected. So it'll be 3rd and goal.
Ebel comes on the blitz. He's picked up by Rayleigh Brown, but Ebel's able to get his arms up in the air, deflects it. Like you said, he traced it back. Almost got his hands on the deflection for the pick.
1:02 remaining in the first quarter. 3-0 Iowa State. Sun Devils with a 3rd and goal at the Cyclone 17-yard line as Sims. They set up a screen to Rayleigh Brown, but the pass doesn't get there. It's incomplete. As Sims tried to loft it over the defenders who were racing to cover Rayleigh Brown in the near flat. And the pass hit the turf, incomplete. And after having a 1st and goal and actually having a touchdown wiped off the board by penalty, ASU will now have to settle for a Jesus field goal try. Jesus Gomez, 2nd in the nation in field goals this year. He has kicked 17 in 23 attempts. And this will be a 35-yarder from right smack dab in the middle of the field with punter Canyon Floyd holding to try to tie the ball game as Gomez puts it airborne, and Jesus Gomez has knocked through his 18th field goal of the year, and he has tied the football game at 3 apiece with 54 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And that Sun Devil field goal means Mountain America Credit Union will send another $250 to the Sun Devil Club. Just another way Mountain America Credit Union is giving back and supporting Sun Devil athletics. Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of Sun Devil football, and they're sending a lot of money to the Sun Devil Club because of all the field goals that Mr. Gomez has put through the uprights this year.
Wearing 47. 43 is now wearing 47 for Arizona State.
And it looks like it's starting to sprinkle once again. We had light rain down in the Ankeny area where the Sun Devils stayed, and then 25 minutes north here in Ames, they also had some rain. I guess it was fairly heavy just before sunrise here this morning, but for most of the time here it has been dry but overcast and chilly. Our game time temperature was 44 degrees. And that's what it is right now, although they say it feels like 32. Xavier Townsend is one of those back deep awaiting the kickoff here from Karsten Kiefer, who boots it high. It's fielded by one of the upmen, Aiden Flora, and Flora gets to the 29-yard line before he gets dropped there. And it will be Iowa State football at their 29-yard line with 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play, as the tackle was made by a freshman that got some playing time last week, a highly touted safety prospect, Ben Alefeo Lili, out of Sacramento, California, for the Sun Devils. So it'll be 1st and 10 Iowa State at their 29-yard line. And an empty formation for Rocco Becht here. 3 receivers to the left of his formation, 2 to the right. Becht gets the snap, looks to throw, now scrambles away. He'll take off and run, and he'll get out of bounds into the Iowa State sideline at the 36-yard line. Keith Abney, Sun Devil cornerback, ran him out of bounds after a 7-yard gain. Jordan Crook there as well.
You know, you watch Becht play, just solid, right? He had good protection. He sat in the pocket as long as he could. He didn't like what he saw. He just ran the ball for 8 yards to the right side.
36th consecutive start. Talking with Kenny Dillingham, I was saying I thought his best trait, Becht's best trait, his availability. 2nd down and 3. Hand off to Carson Hansen. Hansen heading to off the right side of his offensive line is dragged down by C.J. Fight, but it'll be a 1st down, a 3-yard gain. He needed 3. He got 3 to the 39, and that'll move the chains. And that will also end the first period of play, as that will be the final play of period number 1, our first quarter of football in the month of November in this 2025 season. So we're done with 1 period of play here in Ames, Iowa, on the Sun Devils' first ever visit to the campus of Iowa State University. After 1 quarter, it's Arizona State 3 and Iowa State 3. We'll be back with the 2nd quarter of this afternoon's game in a moment on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill, because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay out earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Well, Arizona's number 1 in the nation for something. Broken windshields. Think about all the damage rocks are doing to the front of your car or the side of your car. For our new SUV, we chose the Pit Stop Auto Detailing in Scottsdale. After seeing the excellent job they did on our friend's car, we liked what they did. We went to them for a clear protective film. Whether you're looking to have your car detailed or looking to have it customized with glamorous ceramic coating or protected with clear protective PPF, let the crew at Pit Stop bring your ideas to life. We chose them. You can visit them in Scottsdale like we did, or you can go use their mobile service. They'll come to you. Protect and customize your car and contact them at azdetailing.com. azdetailing.com for a free quote.
Nicely done.
Need a little clear protective film. And
so we're number 1 of something, rocks hitting windshields.
Isn't that amazing? I looked it up, and I was.
I didn't know there'd be a stat for that.
They do a stat. And when it's even more, the insurance companies are required to repair your windshield in the state of Arizona for free. So that's beautiful.
After 1 period of play, ASU with 92 total yards, Iowa State with 83. The Sun Devils have possessed the ball for just over 9 minutes. The Cyclones of little less than 6. As the second quarter begins, Iowa State will have a 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line in a 3-3 tie. A couple of quick early scores of interest in the Big 12. Remember how good Houston looked last week? Well, Houston and West Virginia are tied at 21 at halftime in Houston. And Baylor is out to a 20-0 lead as they approach halftime in Waco. Baylor leading UCF. Second quarter now underway as Iowa State goes to work 1st and 10 from its 39-yard line. Tyler Moore in motion. Handoff to Carson Hansen. Hansen runs straight up the middle and picks up about 3 or 4 before he gets dragged down on the play by Keyshawn Elliott, the Sun Devil linebacker from Richmond, Missouri, who's been such a great player for this program the last 2 years. Adrian Boogie Wilson, the safety, also in on the stop. They'll spot it at the 42-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 3.
That time ASU brought a blitz from the field. That Breedlove came on the blitz. Playing the first half, if you missed us earlier, Ghost Rouser out for the first half because of targeting in the previous game.
2nd down and 7. Beck to throw. Stands in the pocket, fires downfield, incomplete. Through the hands of his intended receiver, Chase Sowell, the East Carolina transfer, who dropped a pass earlier in the game. That one went kind of through his hands, but it looked like the ball was thrown slightly behind him. In any event, it'll be 3rd down and 7.
You know, a great pass protection that time for Beck. Able to sit in the pocket. He saw Sowell on that cross, or they call it a climb route from left to right. You climb because you gain depth as you go further across the field. Eli Green, Carson Brown, receivers split to the left of the formation on this 3rd down. As again Beck to throw. That pass over the middle is caught by the tight end Ben Bramer, who leans forward and is going to be close to a 1st down. He looks like he might be about a half-yard short. However, in the backfield there is a flag down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 3. Defense, 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic 1st down.
Albert Smith was in there as a rush guy. They wanted to get him some extra looks. Albert's a freshman out of Terrytown, Louisiana, and he gets flagged for hit. He went up high on Beck. He's there, but he launched into his face. That's kind of a ticky-tack foul, but...
Boy, the fouls have hurt the Sun Devils, though. A penalty wiped a Jeff Sims touchdown run off the board. And that penalty, it would have been 3rd and probably inches had that play stood. But as it is now, the penalty moves the ball into Sun Devil territory to the 36, and it's a 1st down for Iowa State. As Beck will hand the ball off. Abu Sama gets his first carry, spins away from a tackler, slips out of another tackle, and finally is dropped by Justin Watley at the 25-yard line after a terrific 11-yard run. Sama breaking tackles in every which way to get that gain.
Yeah, he was the guy that was okay leaving on the sidelines. I wanted to see a lot of Hansen. Sama can break a lot of tackles.
Off play action, Beck throwing for the end zone, and it's overthrown, intended for Carson Brown. The pass incomplete, and is there a flag down on the play? Keith Abney was the cornerback in coverage. A penalty marker's down. Abney making a signal.
Interference, number 1. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Abney was signaling as if he thought the ball was uncatchable, and it was well overthrown. But the officials aren't buying that, and that penalty will move the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Iowa State. This drive fueled by penalties. The Sun Devils gifting the Cyclones big yardage on this drive.
It was an inside fader out. The receiver slipped inside the cornerback, just faded right, just exploded in the end zone.
Valley product Dylan Lee's in at running back as Rocco Beck will run, and he gets knocked off his pins by Montana Warren, the Sun Devil safety, at the 7-yard line after a gain of 3. Beck does not run for a lot of yards as a quarterback, but he has 7 rushing touchdowns this season. So you'll have to keep an eye on him here in the deep red zone. And now Beck will line up under center on 2nd down. As Beck fakes the give, rolls to his right, looking to throw, still looking to throw, scrambles to his right, now finds room, dives for the end zone, and he is in there with his 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
You kind of did that old radio broadcaster jinx, talking about, he's got, Beck has 7 touchdowns. We'll have to keep an eye on him today. And boom, next play. Way to go. No more of that.
Lo and behold.
That was a nice job by Beck, though. He extended the play, kept looking. Nobody was there. Kept buying time, ran to his right. The ball was on the left hash, so he had plenty of room to run to the right. Found a crease, got low, and crossed the line for the touchdown.
A drive fueled by 2 costly 15-yard penalties against the Sun Devils, a roughing the passer and a pass interference. And Iowa State turns it into a touchdown as Conrarty's extra point makes it 10-3 in favor of the Cyclones, with still 12:45 remaining in the first half here. Timeout on the field. This is the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Every day, savings, energy efficiency, rebates. Every day at APS, you have ways to save energy and money. We know how important it is to keep your bill as low as possible. That's why we offer programs to help you manage your energy use. Schedule a home energy checkup for savings recommendations tailored to your home. Find rebates on smart thermostats. Compare your rate plan options and switch to the plan that would have saved you the most money. Find ways to save at aps.com/brighter.
Forks up, Sun Devils, and make a play. Paul Calvisi here for your Arizona Ford dealers, proud partners of Sun Devil Athletics. Hey, as a fellow Devil myself, I'm here to tell you, everything starts with the right game plan. We're a 2 Ford family. I drive an Edge, my wife an Explorer we bought just last year at our Arizona Ford dealers. That doesn't even include the classic Mustang I bust out on the weekends. And at Ford, they've got a winning playbook with power, like the Ford F-150, precision, like the smart and capable Explorer and Expedition, and the grit that only comes with a rugged Bronco family of SUVs. Go ahead and call any play, and with a 2025 Ford lineup, you are bound to dominate every drive. So roll up for an ASU game or check out for a weekend in the wild. Ford trucks and SUVs, they're made to keep the play in motion. Game plan your next move, Sun Devils, and get behind the wheel of your new Ford truck or SUV today. Only at your Arizona Ford dealers, proud partners of Sun Devil Athletics.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Score big with Venezia's New York-style pizza. Visit us at 7 Valley locations, the east and west concessions of Mountain America Stadium, or swing by Pizza Presto at Sun Devil Marketplace before the big game. Every bite is as satisfying as a Sun Devil win. Order now at venezias.com. That Iowa State touchdown drive, 8 plays, 71 yards in just over 3 minutes elapsed time. 30 of the 71 yards the Cyclones gained on that drive came courtesy of penalties on Arizona State. A roughing the passer penalty on defensive end Albert Smith, and then the pass interference call on Keith Abney on an uncatchable ball that helped set up the scoring run by Rocco Beck, the 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cyclones now lead at 10-3 with 12:45 left to go in the first quarter. And penalties again rearing their ugly head already today. The Sun Devils have been penalized 6 times for 60 yards, and we've just started the second quarter. As Gilbert's kickoff heading toward Jaron Hamilton, who fields at the 4-yard line. Hamilton heads to the far side of the field, trying to turn a corner at around the 20-yard line. Can't do so as he's tackled at about the 21, and there's a flag down right in the middle of the field, upfield at around the 35-yard line, and holding against Arizona State. Penalty number 7 about to be enforced against ASU.
During the return, holding number 45, return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
You know, one thing about it, ASU practices with officials at practice.
Yeah.
And so it's not for a lack of coaching, and I don't think it's really a lack of players. I think there's a variability in how games are called, in what is holding, because ASU has repped that kickoff return 30 times this week.
Right.
And I would love to see a grade on the officials, just because I just get the feeling that they're just some are a little more sensitive
Jeff Sims off play action, rolls right, throws to Shimon Mateer, and Mateer just bulls his way upfield to a first down to the 25-yard line, a 13-yard completion. That was just sheer effort and wanna from Shimon Mateer that got the first down, and now Shimon will head off the field. Cameron Harpole will replace him.
Yeah, a lot of want to get out of my way, or I'm going to put you on your back.
And then I want to get off the field to get my bearings back. Actually, it's at the 26-yard line, so that was a 14-yard gain. As a quick throw to the near side is caught by Malik McClain. Gets by a man, speeds up the field on the near sideline, and is past midfield, out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Iowa State with a first down. A 28-yard pickup on the catch and run by Malik McClain as he was finally forced out by safety Carson Van Dinter.
Yeah, great inside move, slipped the tackler. Don't you wonder what this offense would have looked like early in the year had they gone to McClain and given him some chances? Because he's really stepped up, made 2 nice plays already today.
And had that big game last week, his breakout game against Houston, 7 receptions for 159 yards. A design run now, Sims steps up, throws downfield. That ball is caught by Moss inside the 20 to the 15 to the 10, and Jalen Moss is tackled inside the 10-yard line at around the 7 by starback Drew Surgis of Iowa State. And that'll be a first and goal for Arizona State. They will spot the ball at the 8-yard line.
I don't know if you watched that play closely, but Jeff Sims got the snap, tucked the ball away like he was running, took off for 3 steps. So initially you think it's a design quarterback keep to the right, and then he throws the crosser to the left on the backside, going from left to right, coming towards the quarterback.
A 38-yard pickup and a first down. First and goal from the 8 as Sims runs to the left. Sims to the 5. Sims to the end zone. Touchdown Devils. Jeff Sims. He ran one in earlier that didn't count due to penalty. That one will go on the scoreboard. An 8-yard scoring run for Sims, and the Sun Devils are an extra point away from tying this football game.
You know, it's interesting. You can almost kind of get the feeling that they're getting their play calls and they're starting to get more comfortable play caller to quarterback. You know, the designed runs, but the passes that look like they're designed runs. So everything's starting to morph together.
How about that drive? 88 yards in just 4 plays and a minute 56 seconds to travel that distance. And now the extra point attempt by Gomez is good. And we're all square with 10:43 left to go in the first half here in Ames. It is now Arizona State 10 and Iowa State 10 as we take a timeout on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Everyone needs a checking account, so get the one with built-in benefits to complement your unique lifestyle. Mountain America's My Style Checking has perks no one can pass up. You'll enjoy sizzling restaurant deals, peace of mind mobile phone protection, timely telehealth access, built-in identity protection, and clutch loan rate discounts. Make My Style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union. Visit macu.com/mystyle. Insured by NCUA. Membership required based on eligibility. Some benefits require no cost registration or activation. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Are you the ultimate Sun Devil football fan? Enter now for your chance to win a VIP Territorial Cup experience, complete with exclusive pre- and live game access. Enter now at gofevo.com/ASU Thrive. That's GOFEVO.com/ASU THRIVE. Presented by Sun Devil Athletics, Arizona Ford dealers, and ASU license plates. No purchase or payment of any kind is necessary to enter or win. A purchase or payment will not increase an entrant's chance of winning. Void where prohibited by law. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. Ticket offer is subject to availability and while supplies last.
Sun Devil football, Arizona sports, the local sports leader.
That Kia Sun Devil scoring drive, 4 plays, 88 yards in 1 minute 56 seconds, capped off by Jeff Sims. First rushing touchdown of the year, an 8-yard scoring run. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification here, you're listening to Arizona State football on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
KMBP FM Phoenix.
Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
On the Arizona Sports app and on 98.7.
A 10-10 tie here with 10:43 left to go in the first half in overcast, chilly Ames, Iowa, on this day after Halloween, as Aiden Flora and Xavier Townsend are back deep to await the kickoff of Jesus Gomez. Boy, was that an impressive scoring drive orchestrated by Jeff Sims. And that 38-yard pass to Jalen Moss was a thing of beauty, where Sims looked like he was going to run and then stop just short of the line of scrimmage, set up, and threw a beauty to Moss.
You know, that play takes a little bit of time to happen, so good job by the offensive line of giving him time to show the fake and find the crossing route.
Gomez kicks it off, and Xavier Townsend fields it in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out, and there's a flag down as Townsend goes down at the 15-yard line, loses his helmet in the process, and a penalty marker down. And generally 9 times out of 10, as we've said, those penalties go against the return team, but we'll see. Although I did see the referee, Michael Vandevelde, give a sign that might indicate a face mask. The Iowa State offense is heading onto the field, and they're heading to the deep part of their side of the field toward the goal line. Still waiting for a signal on this play.
You know, wave it off.
And Vandervelde picks up the flag.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 13. Return team, 10-yard penalty. Excuse me, half the distance to the goal. First down.
You're excused. Well, like you said, 9 out of 10. Here you go. The worst starting field position for the Cyclones as they take over just inside their 8-yard line.
Cam Smith, a reserve defensive back, was called for that penalty. And so the Cyclones will start this possession at their 8 in a 10-10 tie with 10.5 minutes remaining in the first half, as 3 receivers line up to the right side for Rocco Becht.
ASU, when Iowa State moves, ASU's defenders do a good job of using hand signals.
Here's the handoff to Carson Hansen, and Hansen with a nice gain out past the 15 to the 16-yard line. Picked up close to 8 yards before linebacker Jordan Crook made the tackle.
You know, you think about an offense at home has the advantage. Defenders on the road, you know, they're trying to yell calls and signals, so hand signals are how they communicate from the front end to the back end, meaning to the secondary, the linemen and linebackers, what the scheme just changed to.
2nd down and 2 from the 16. As Becht again gives to Hansen, heading right, and Crook drags him down. It's close to a first down. Hansen didn't get much, but he got the 2 he needed to move the chain, so it'll be a first down for the Cyclones. And I don't know if you're into karma things or things like that, but you might recall last year in the Big 12 championship game, it was tied at 10 at about this stage of the game when Arizona State started to assume control of that title game in Arlington, Texas, and ended up winning 45-19.
Yeah,
we're tied at 10 here with 9.5 remaining in the first half of this one. Gabe Burkle, the tight end, in motion as Becht looks to throw. Far side, gets the pass off downfield, overthrown, incomplete. Closest man to it was Sun Devil safety Montana Warren, who leaped into the air, but the ball went over his head. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was a dangerous throw. If you're going to miss, you don't want to miss high and late and behind a receiver. And he did all.
Fat, drunk, and stupid's no way to go through life, son.
Right? You're not going to go very far. Dean Wormer doesn't like it. I mean, that was a brutal throw by. Just the timing was off, and Iowa State lucky they got away with it. That's all I'll say.
So it's 2nd down and 10 from the 18.
We don't call them fat anymore, Tim. We just call them thick. They're just thick. Thick, dumb, and stupid is no way to go.
You're probably right. As 3 receivers were lining up to the left side, and who called timeout just now?
Has called their first charge timeout.
Cyclones getting a quick timeout call here as we check in with Kevin Turner.
Hi guys, remember last week against BYU, Iowa State held a 14-point lead.
9:15, Iowa State called their first charge. 9:19 is correct.
Rocco Becht went on to throw 3 interceptions in that game, including a pick 6. How big would an ASU turnover be right now?
Yeah, the Sun Devils one of the better turnover margin teams in the Big 12 Conference, tied for 4th in the league. The Devils are +5 in turnovers. ASU has only lost the ball on turnovers 5 times all season, 3rd fewest in the Big 12.
You know what's interesting about that, Tim, is they've lost at 5, but they've fumbled it 9 times and only lost 2 of those.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's either 2 things are happening. Everybody's still moving and following the running back, chasing the play down from behind, or we're just flat lucky.
Yeah.
Both.
Probably a little bit of both.
I'll do both.
Both for 20.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10, or 2nd and 10, I should say, from the 18. As Becht awaits the snap, the jet sweep handoff to Xavier Townsend, and Townsend gets by Rodney Bimage and gets past the 20-yard line to about the 22. A gain of 4 on the play. They use Townsend a lot on those fly sweeps. And Townsend, who is a transfer from UCF, picks up 4 on that one before Tate Romney able to make Keyshawn Elliott able to make the tackle.
I thought Montana Warren was going to get a tackle in the loss for backfield, but he got crushed by the running back pull that was out in front of that, and Warren did not see him coming.
So a 3rd down and 6 for Rocco Becht and the Cyclones. Eli Green, a receiver in motion. Becht drops back, pressure coming, hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. I believe that was a Clayton's, or no.
No, on the backside it was a cornerback.
Rodney Bimage, a cornerback blitz, and Bimage hit Rocco Becht on the hip just as Becht delivered that pass downfield, and because of the pressure and the hit, the pass incomplete.
You know, give Bimage a lot of credit. Usually when you come on a corner blitz, you come around the tackle. The tackle blocked out, and Bimage ran between guard and tackle, got home. He was in the land of the big men.
Tyler Perkins, the punter for Iowa State, has the best career average for any punter in Cyclone history, 43.7.
That's a false start.
And there's a penalty marker, and that may be on the Cyclones.
They up back that time, stood up, and gave a signal, was turning around.
Number 29, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So now the Cyclones starting to have penalty issues, as this penalty on Iowa State pushes the ball back to the 17 as Zachariah Sample is back deep to await the punt. Sample has been the punt returner for the Sun Devils in the last 2 ball games. There's the snap. That punt almost blocked by Bimage. Murphy, the punter, went down to the turf, Tyler Perkins, and the punt was kicked, and Bimage got shaken up. The punt goes out of bounds. It'll be Arizona State ball. The booing you hear is because the fans thought there should have been a roughing the kicker penalty on Arizona State as Bimage nearly blocked that kick. Boy, you talk about 2 huge back-to-back plays by Rodney Bimage. Nearly sacked Becht, forced the incompletion on that corner blitz, and then came so close to blocking that Tyler Perkins punt. I think Bimage got hand on the punt, and it only goes to the 44-yard line of Arizona State. That punt 39 yards, and the Sun Devils in a 10-10 tie take over in great field position with 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. On 1st down, Sims tosses to the left to Rayleigh Brown, but Brown is quickly surrounded by Cardinal-shirted Cyclones who drop him for a yard gain. Cooper Ebel, the middle linebacker, the team's second leading tackler on the season, makes that stop.
That was the same play that they ran earlier where Jeff Sims kept it, Tim, except this time Sims doesn't keep it. He gets the toss sweep to the left side. But all these plays start to look alike, and the linebackers, you want to get them overflowing, get a crease, get an angle, and take it up the middle.
2nd and 9 from the 45 of Arizona State, as Sims throws a quick pass near side to Jalen Moss, and Moss heads upfield, and he is close to a 1st down, bumped out of bounds just shy of the Cyclone 45, and that will move the chains as cornerback Quentin Taylor forced Moss out of bounds, but Jalen Moss has come up with a couple of big receptions today, the one-time Fresno State Bulldog. And do I see rain coming down here in Ames, Iowa, Kevin Turner?
Sprinkling. It's not really raining, but a pretty good drizzle and sprinkle down here on the field.
An overcast day now producing some showers.
You can tell we're a West Coast team. It's not raining, but it's sprinkling.
trips left here on 1st and 10 as Sims will take off, run to his right now, throws downfield, and pass out of bounds, incomplete. Malik McClain had gotten a step on the cornerback Quentin Taylor and a pattern down the near sideline right in front of the Arizona State bench. But he wasn't looking for the pass. It sailed out of bounds anyway. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. 7:15 remaining first half. 10-10 our score.
You know, a lot of players may be thinking it's cold out or whatever. Remember, Jeff Sims was at Nebraska prior to transferring to ASU, so he's used to this weather.
He knows what cold is. 2nd down and 10. Sims, quick drop, throws a screen far side to Rayleigh. Rayleigh to the 40, and Rayleigh is out of bounds close to a first down into the Sun Devil bench at the 36-yard line of Iowa State. He might be about a half yard short as cornerback Trey Bell forced him out of bounds.
Ruling on the field as a runner short of the line to gain. It's 3rd down.
3rd and inches. Boy, I don't know about that spot. But in any event, 3rd and inches. Sims will line up under center and tries to quarterback sneak, and he gets a little push, a tush push from Rayleigh Brown, and Sims nudges it past the 35-yard line and should have the first down. They're going to mark it just shy of the 35, but I still think he's got a first down from where the line to gain indicator is on the far side of the field.
I'm with you. It's first down.
They're going to actually measure. But we don't see too many measurements these days, but we're going to measure this one.
Isn't it amazing in today's world we're still using the chains?
Yeah, you would figure that's
some kind of laser or
from
something.
Bygone days as they bring the chains out. It's going to be close, but we'll see. They stretch the chains right now. Stretch it, fellas. And he's got it. First down, Sun Devils, as we check in with Kevin Turner.
Good news, Rodney Bimich went out on that punt. We saw him come limping off. He took a little gash right to the shin. They've taped him up. Good news is it's not an ankle.
Hopefully Bimich can return because he turned into a playmaker on that last Iowa State possession. Now the Sun Devils, with a chance to break this 10-10 tie, have the ball at the Cyclone 35-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the left side. Malik McClain lined up to the right.
Look at the middle of the field. His safeties are way outside both hashes.
Jeff Sims will give the ball to Rayleigh Brown, and Rayleigh Brown, working his way through traffic, gets to the 30-yard line and picks up 6 yards before the big citrus, Dominique Orange, the 325-pound Cyclone nose guard, made the tackle. The Big Citrus was a midseason second-team All-American in the Athletic online publication, and he is a 2-time honorable mention All-Big 12 performer.
Yeah, ASU did a nice job, though. They double-teamed him, so they squeezed the Citrus and backed him up, pushed him.
I like that. Well done.
Little dad joke there, sorry. Stay with us if you're on the radio. We know you're working on your car, but pay attention.
Well-crafted, Rapper. Empty formation here on 2nd and 5. Sims quarterback draw, looking for a hole, finds one, has a first down, still fighting for yardage inside the 20, and they're going to mark him all the way down to the 18, a 12-yard gain for Jeff Sims and a Sun Devil first down. Boy, you just love Sims. Not only is he athletic, he's a big fella, 6'4". They list him at 220. I think he might be more than that.
Well, this is what you wanted to see in pregame. You were talking about him running, and he's a patient runner. He doesn't bounce everything to the outside. He lets the blocks go and then cuts it up inside.
1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action, Sims throwing has Mateer wide open for a touchdown. Shimon Mateer. The 18-yard touchdown reception from Jeff Sims. Off the play-action fake, Mateer was all by himself at around the 5-yard line, and the Sun Devils regain the lead with 4:55 left to go in the first half.
It was a nice ball fake by Jeff Sims. He rode Rayleigh Brown. When you say ride somebody, you leave the ball in their belly, you move with them, you follow them, and that ball stays in there for a step or two. He pulls it out. The tight end had stepped up in run support. Mateer runs right by him down the right hash.
Shimon Mateer's 3rd touchdown reception of the year. Jeff Sims with his 2nd touchdown pass in as many weeks. as the extra point attempt is good from Jesus Gomez. And with 4:55 left to go till halftime, Arizona State is back on top. Timeout on the field with our score, ASU 17 and Iowa State 10. You're listening to the Sun Devil Radio Network.
Hey Tempe, your new Sam's Club is now open.
I'm so excited about the Sam's Club at Tempe Marketplace.
Having one close by, I can't wait for that.
We love the Members Mark brand.
The value, the products.
Having that gas pump there is amazing.
The gas is worth the membership alone.
And the scan and go option just sets Sam's Club apart.
Scan and go is so easy.
Super convenient. It's on the app. I can scan. And then pay it right on my phone.
And then you just cruise out the door.
It's seamless. It's a little bit too good.
Today's the day to join the club. Your club, Sam's Club.
Check it out. At Gila River Resorts and Casinos, no one does it better. So, make a splash. Taste all the flavors. Pop in bottles all night long. And shake it till you break it. However you do you. No one lets you take it to a legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you.
Arizona Complete Health Plans are here for your health. From Flagstaff to Yuma and right in your neighborhood. Here for you. With coverage for you and your family. Doctors you can trust. The services you need. And programs that help your community. Arizona Complete Health is here for your health. Learn more at azcompletehealth.com. That's azcompletehealth.com.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
That Kia Sun Devil scoring drive, a beauty. 8 plays, 56 yards, just over 3.5 minutes. The 18-yard touchdown pass from Jeff Sims to Shimon Mateer, capping it off to give Arizona State its first lead of the day at 17-10. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires. And well, I tell you what, the Sun Devils look like a fairly well-oiled machine offensively today. We've been talking during the commercial break here in the booth. Rapper, the play calling. What's your take on that so far from Marcus Arroyo?
My wife's sending me notes here saying much better play calling this week. I mean, I think it's obvious to everybody because the plays look similar. There's structure to them. There's variations of them.
And how big a deal do you think it is, the fact that Jeff Sims just came off a week where he basically got all the reps, all the 1 reps this week?
I think that's huge for him, but I think it's also important that a lot of different players are touching the ball. And we're seeing wide receivers, and whether it's Moss out there making plays, or McLean, or there's a lot of guys that are really doing a nice job, and that's what I think. Hamilton. I mean, those spreading the ball around, and let the quarterback run the play, not try to get the ball to a player.
Jesus Gomez has it teed up at the 35. Xavier Townsend back at his goal line, awaiting the kickoff. As Gomez puts it in the air, Townsend 2 yards deep in the end zone is not going to run this one out as he fair catches for a touchback, and the Cyclones will start from their 25-yard line with 4:55 remaining in the first half. And by the way, Iowa State will be going right to left across your dial in this second quarter.
You were talking earlier about what a big deal field position was in the first quarter, and it's flipped.
Yeah,
Iowa State's been pinned deep. In their territory, they're forced to go along field.
That's one of the more underrated components of a football game, I think, when you assess it. Field position.
Without a doubt.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones from their 25-yard line as Rocco Beck, the short roll right, throws on the run. The pass is caught by Brett Eskelson, one of their top pass-catching wide receivers out of Frisco, Texas. And Eskelson is tackled at the 30 after a gain of 5 yards. The tackle made by Boogie Wilson, the safety for ASU.
Yeah, it was a good job by Boogie of keeping Eskelson in front of him. Eskelson averages almost 20 yards per catch.
Tight end Ben Bramer is split wide to the left side and now motions in closer to the formation on 2nd down and 5. They hand off to Carson Hansen looking for a hole on the left side, and he is dragged down by C.J. Fight after a gain of 3 yards on the play. And Hansen did good to get those 3 yards because that play looked like it was pretty well clogged up by the Sun Devil defensive front. Clayton Smith was in as well, but that was C.J. Fight, the primary tackler, so it'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Clayton Smith was on the edge, and he stayed wide and forced the running back to go up and then try to bounce it to the outside. Fight was able to scrape and make the play.
Trips right for Iowa State on this 3rd down and 2. They'll give it to Hansen looking for the first down, and I think he got it. He got to the 35-yard line, which was the line to gain, as Kendrick Breedlove, the nickelback, knifed through to trip him up. But Hansen, no, they're going to mark him just short of the 35-yard line, and they're going to say it's 4th down and less than a yard. And the Cyclones are going to go for it, even though the ball's in their territory. And the Sun Devils getting a couple of subs on defense. It's 4th and the nose of the football away from a first down for Iowa State. And yet Beck will line up in the shotgun. He gets the snap, gives to Hansen, and Hansen is tackled, and I don't know if he got it.
They're going to get a false start on Iowa State. The play is dead. He did not get the first down.
False start, number 66, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's right tackle Tyler Miller for Iowa State. That's good on good, because the penalty will now force Coach Matt Campbell to punt the ball away. But without the penalty, I don't think he got the first down.
That's our ball. I mean, that was going to be, they had him stop short. Great job by the defense. Iowa State's lucky to get the penalty. I think they're thrilled to get a 5-yard penalty.
Absolutely. As Tyler Perkins will punt it away, Zechariah Sample inside his 25-yard line awaits the kick.
This kid played well returning kicks last week, and I'm looking forward to seeing him have a chance to do something with it.
Sample's kick angled toward the far side of the field as Sample makes the fair catch at around the 26-yard line. That's about a 44-yard punt with no return. But the Devils will take over with 2:46 left to go in the first half, leading 17-10, and with the football.
Here's an interesting stat you've never heard. The top 3 receivers for ASU are Mateer with 4 catches, Jalen Moss with 3, McLean with 2, and Raleek Brown with 1. You know, love that distribution.
Yeah.
You know, you look at what ASU did before. Jordan Tyson's so great. You always go to him, but I think sometimes you're better off spreading around. Less is more.
Devils start from their 26. A design run on first down. Coming to the near side is Jeff Sims, but he is going to be dragged down on a nice open field tackle by middle linebacker Cooper Ebel. And Sims held to no gain on the play as they'll spot it at the original line of scrimmage. Actually, they give him a yard forward progress to the 27 of Arizona State.
I thought Sims had a nice little crease there.
I did too. I thought that play was going to get some yards.
Yeah, I think Sims was a little bit surprised. Like, you know, he's starting to kind of read it, let the blocks happen, and Ebel shot right through the angle and made the tackle.
Cooper Ebel making his 23rd straight start today. He's been in on a lot of plays for Iowa State. 2nd down and 9. As Sims fakes the give to Raleek Brown, rolls right, tries to dump it off to Jalen Moss on the near sideline and threw it low. There's a penalty marker down on the play.
They're going to get linemen downfield on this pass.
Yeah, illegal receiver downfield is the preliminary indication against Arizona State.
Now that's a busted play, and Sims is rolling right. He has a receiver over there. One thing about Jeff is when he's rolling and it's off script, try to slow your brain down, because he tends to miss those throws.
Yeah, rushes them, I think. Yeah. As we hit the 2-minute timeout here while they're discussing the penalty, we'll wait until we get the official signal. They're having a good long conversation about what seems to be
try to figure out where to get coffee.
Obvious.
Where we get coffee after the game, Tim?
Yeah. Or where can we get coffee now? It's a little chilly and damp here in Ames for those fellas down on the field. And we're going to take the timeout as they and now the official Michael Vandervelde is
ineligible player downfield, number 55. Offense, penalties declined. It'll be 3rd down. Timeout for the 2-minute timeout.
So we've hit the 2-minute timeout here with our score: Arizona State 17, Iowa State 10. We're back in a moment here on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Sun Devil Athletics is proud to partner with the Roman Empire Agency to deliver a state-of-the-art sensory room inside of Mountain America Stadium. This sensory room will be open to fans of all ages during Sun Devil football games. Located inside the Carson Student Athlete Center in the south end zone, the sensory room provides fans a break from the game day action while serving as an enhanced study room for Sun Devil Athletics student athletes throughout the year. Visit the game day guide on sundevils.com or romanempireagency.com to learn more. Go Devils!
Recalculating.
When you're hungry, even your GPS starts judging you. Circle K can help reroute your whole day. There's the $4 meal deal, breakfast sandwich, monster and hash brown, or the $5 pizza meal deal, 2 hot slices and a Coke. Whatever your route or your mood, Circle K's got the fuel. Swing by a participating Circle K today or visit CircleK.com for details. For moments like these, Circle K makes your day.
It's kickoff time, Sun Devil Nation. At Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, we're proud to stand with Arizona State football. And just like Sparky on game day, trucks from Tim Hovig's Santan Ford bring the fire, the fight, and the power. From the F-150 to the unstoppable Super Duty, Ford trucks are built tough and built for Arizona. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford is an easy drive from anywhere in the valley. Santan, 202 Freeway, and Val Vista and Gilbert. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, proud partner of your Arizona State Sun Devils.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Well, Iowa State elected to decline that penalty, which now sets up a 3rd down and 9 for the Sun Devils from the Arizona State 27-yard line with 2 minutes to go in the first half. And fairly big 3rd down play. The Devils would love to hold on to the football, at the very least run timeout here in the first half, and of course at the very most try to work their way downfield for more points. They lead Iowa State 17-10 here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Keep in mind the Cyclones won the coin flip at the start of the game and elected to defer the option, so they will get the second half kickoff, which makes holding on to the ball here even of more significance right now for Arizona State as they face this 3rd and 9.
Sun Devils 2 out of 5 on 3rd downs. They've done a decent job today. Last time on 3rd long, they went with a screen to Raleek Brown. Ball was underthrown and Raleek wanted it. See what they do here, but crossers have been there. The ball is on the right hash, so one disadvantage you have is that you have to roll your quarterback to his offhand if you're going to create room.
Left, yeah.
They remember the last couple of weeks we started shifting the pocket that way too with the design rollouts.
And we've seen Jeff Sims on plays where he has looked like he's going to run and then stop and throw at the last moment. Let's see what they have up their sleeve here on 3rd and 9. As Sims gets the snap, straight drop back, fires over the middle. Mateer makes the catch, and Shimon Mateer picks up the first down. I don't think he had the first down at the point where he caught the ball around the 35, but got upfield to the 38 and picks up the first down before he's tackled by cornerback David Coffey.
Tim, that was a blitz sight adjust. Iowa State came with a blitz. Shimon Mateer saw it. Jeff Sims got him the ball.
Beautifully done, and the Devils moved the chains. They're now 3 of 6 on 3rd downs today. 3 receivers to the right side. Sims short drop, sets up, throws near side, threw it behind his intended receiver, Jalen Moss, incomplete. And now they're going to get a penalty marker as Maxi Hanachor was going at it with one of the Cyclones. I think it might have been defensive end Ikena Ezeagu, and one of the officials was right there and threw the flag, and this may be on Hanachor. Unless they call it one of those personal fouls on both sides, and they generally don't.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness with targeting, number 58, offense. The down will count, 2nd down after a 15-yard penalty. Previous play is under review.
With targeting, wow. It looked like Hanachor dove on Ezeagu after the play. And boy, oh boy!
I mean, let's be honest. You can't make this stuff up, right? You're in this game. You're up 7. You're doing well. You know, the quarterback misses a throw. That's fine. After the play, the guy's down, and you jump on him and lower the crown of your head on him. I mean,
man.
And of course, they show it on the replay here on the big screen at Ames. Great block by Hanachor. Just Just kept his feet, moved them.
Yeah, he had the block, and then he had to embellish it with a silly move to lower his head and drive into Ezeagu, who was on the ground.
I don't think you're ever going to see a targeting by a lineman on a player lying on his back.
Except here against Arizona State. Right?
I'm not going to see it. I refuse to believe.
I don't think I've ever seen targeting on an offensive player like that, let alone in that circumstance. And, of course, you know the deal. If Ihanachor is guilty of the targeting, then he is out for the rest of this game. Because it happens in the first half, his eligibility for the Sun Devils' next game.
There is no foul for targeting. The dead ball personal foul is enforced. Down did count, second down.
I think it was just referee embarrassment. If you went back to your peers and say, hey, I threw a flag, what'd you call? Targeting on the left tackle for jumping on an defensive end, it was laying flat on their back.
Actually, I'm not sure why the Cyclone fans are worked up, because the penalty, as you heard the referee say, still is in effect. So the Devils are going to be penalized 15 yards, and it's going to push them way back. And now they're going to have a second down and 25 at their 23-yard line. With a minute 36 to go in the half.
I wonder how far Jeff Sims can throw the ball.
I know he can throw it a long way.
Part of me wants to just say, hey, man, let's blow the lid off this thing. Somebody go deep, somebody go really deep, and then somebody go long, and then put Mateer about 10 yards just for a check down.
Let's see what they have up their sleeve here.
You like that analysis? Deep, long, Mateer.
I dig it. It's going to be a run for Sims, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, fumbles the ball, and Iowa State is recovered. And it was Ikena Ezeagu, the man who just drew the penalty on Maxi Hanachor, that recovered the football. The fumble was caused by linebacker Will McLaughlin. And Jeff Sims, in his prior 2 starts for the Sun Devils, had not turned the ball over once by fumble or interception, but coughs up a terribly costly fumble, potentially costly fumble here on this damp Saturday afternoon. The ball recovered at the Arizona State 24-yard line.
So you're probably wondering, why do you run the ball on second and forever? You run it because it's forever, and you're trying to get the clock to keep going. There was 1:36 or 7 on the snap clock. Iowa State has 2 timeouts. You wanted to burn clock before half. They got conservative, and it really bit them.
On first down, Rocco Beck drops back to pass, throws to the near side. The ball is complete.
Inbounds.
So well. That's a short gain, or actually a gain to around the 17-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 7 yards on the play. Chase Sowell, who had a drop earlier in the game, makes that reception.
Tim, but he went to the ground. If the ball's higher, he catches it and steps out of bounds. They lost 20 seconds.
Second down and 3. The fake give, and now a throw over the middle. Wide open for a touchdown is tight end Ben Bramer.
That was the same play that ASU ran with Mateer. You fake up the middle, the linebackers step up, tight end leaks right down the pipe.
And the Jeff Sims fumble proves to be deadly as Iowa State cashes in for a potential tying touchdown. And again, if you play the Middle 8 game, keep in mind the Cyclones will get the second half kickoff as well. Although the Devils will have just about a minute of clock time remaining to try to advance the ball downfield when they receive it momentarily. As place kicker Kyle Conrady is on to attempt the extra point that would tie the game with 1:01 left till halftime. There's the snap is mishandled, and Conrady just kicks the ball airward, and it goes through the end zone, and the kick is no good. So the wet football costing both teams right now. Sims's fumble led to the Iowa State touchdown, but a poor snap and a mishandle by the holder, Tyler Perkins, did not allow Conrady to get off an extra point try. He kicked the football, but it was a little lame duck floater into the middle of the end zone. So the kick is no good, and the Sun Devils will keep the lead with 1:01 left to go in the first half.
Hey, by the way,
there is a penalty marker down on the play.
on the offense. Penalties decline, extra point is no good.
I was going to say, I don't think you can do that. So, anyway, I felt good about that, saying that. It was classic. Conrady's looking at the ball. The snapper or the holder is like a yard away from it. Hey, might as well just try to kick it through the air. Get a flop wedge and bust it up there.
Instead of playing a fight song, they ought to get Three Stooges video and have Curly going whoop, 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 whoop. That's what it feels like this last minute.
But yet these are the same two teams that were in the Big 12 championship game a couple of months ago.
Boy, but tight end Ben Bramer could not have been any more wide open for his fourth touchdown reception of the year. For Rocco Beck, that was his 11th touchdown pass of the season. As
time ASU is going to get the ball, they're going to have 2 timeouts with a quarterback with a strong arm. So don't beat yourself. They can move the ball quickly down the field.
Jace T. Gilbert is the kickoff man. The ball's in the air, and Jaron Hamilton immediately signals for a fair catch. He caught the ball at the 6-yard line, but did not even think about returning the football. So the Devils will take over at their 25 with 61 seconds left till halftime. And I believe Arizona State has all 3 of its timeouts. Or no, they have 2 of their timeouts. But each team with 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. (17-16), ASU on top by 1.
Here comes a little instant offense. Come on, Jeff Sims.
Malik McClain, Jalen Moss flanked to the near side. They'll give it to Rayleigh Brown. A hole up the middle, and Rayleigh Brown explodes upfield for a first down to the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup for Rayleigh before cornerback David Coffey tackled him. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. High snap. Sims gets it, gives it to Rayleigh Brown, but that mesh point was all messed up, and Brown goes down immediately as he is dropped for a loss of 3. And the big citrus, Dominique Orange, was there to plant him in the turf for a loss of about 3 yards.
I can't figure out what ASU's doing. They got 2 timeouts left. They're not calm. They're just burning clock.
They are indeed. Another high snap. This handoff to Brown, trying to get outside, but he is dragged down from behind by linebacker Cooper Ebel for no gain on the play. And boy, the Sun Devils, somebody just called timeout now, and I would assume it was Iowa State with 20 seconds left in the half.
20 seconds, Iowa State has called their second charge timeout, 30 seconds in late.
I guess they just don't feel comfortable about having Sims throw the ball downfield with the light rain coming down.
I mean, in some regards, I get it. Later in the game, you got to go win the game. Make calls, and, it's still that confidence in your quarterback. You've mentioned Ebel. He's got 7 tackles, 5 of them for solo. He is by far and away the leading tackler in the game.
Yeah, he has had a heck of a game for Iowa State. So far in this game, the Sun Devils have outgained the Cyclones by nearly 100 yards. Arizona State, 257 yards of offense. Iowa State, 161. Jeff Sims is 11 of 18 passing for 175 yards. That's the most he's thrown for as a Sun Devil, and 1 touchdown. And Sims has also run the ball 11 times for 56 yards. Sims with over 200 total yards in the first half. 3rd and 12 from the 33, empty formation, good protection. Sims throws downfield. That pass is deflected and intercepted, and returned to the 40-yard line, and down at around the 36-yard line is Marcus Neal. Neal, the star back, the hybrid safety linebacker, picks off that deflected pass, and after not turning the ball over in 2 starts as a Sun Devil, and the better portion of a half in this game, Jeff Sims has turned it over on back-to-back possessions. A fumble that Iowa State turned into a touchdown that should have tied the game. They biffed on the extra point. And now the deflected pass intercepted by Neal on a ball that was tipped by linebacker Caleb Bacon. the return to the 37-yard line.
Please reset the game clock to 9 seconds. Following the interception, the player was down with 9 seconds. It'll be first down, Iowa State.
It's interesting, Tim. I said, hey, why we run the ball? You tell your quarterback it's first, second down, run. We're going to run it out, and then it's 3rd and 14. Then you throw it. He's thinking try to get 14. I mean, I feel what Jeff Simmons is going through right now.
Arizona State has called their second charge timeout.
Really like that.
Seconds in length.
Really like that call right there by Brian Ward, by Kenny Dillingham. Take your timeouts in the locker room. Call them early. Take a look at what Iowa State wants to line up and do.
The Cyclones have 9 seconds left. They can take the lead with a field goal, and they have a good kicker in Kyle Conrady, who it wasn't really his fault that the extra point was no good on that touchdown a moment ago. A bad snap and hold kind of messed with the mechanism there.
But that's in Conrad, it's in his brain. He's already missed from outside of 40. He's had a botched PAT. Keep him long if you can. 9 seconds, you're probably looking at, depending how fast Iowa State gets rid of it, you could run 2 plays and then still have time maybe for 1 second on the field goal if you do it well.
Conrady has had 2 game-winning 54-yard field goals against our rival Iowa each of the last 2 years. So first down from the 37-yard line. Beck looking to throw. Lots of time, and now just has to throw it out of bounds. He had no one open downfield, and time was coming off the clock. The clock now down to 5 seconds. So Matt Campbell has a decision to make. If he goes with a play here, it'll probably be the last play of the half, or does he have Conrady go out to attempt the long field goal? And here comes Conrady and the field goal unit. This will probably be an attempt in around the neighborhood of 55 yards. And he's got this distance. As we said, he's hit a couple of 54-yard game winners. 4 career field goals of 50 yards or more for Kyle Conrady. This will be a 55-yarder to give Iowa State the lead on the last play of the half. And the kick is a line drive floater, and it is short. No good as the first half comes to an end. As Conrady never got good foot on that ball as it floated in a line drive fashion and landed well short of the crossbar. The kick is no good. Conrady's second missed field goal of the half.
That's the end of the first half.
And boy, all things considered, given the fact that Jeff Sims coughed up the ball in the last 2 possessions of the half on a fumble and an interception, the Devils are still, Jeff, able to take the lead to the locker room at halftime.
ASU's, they got to be thrilled they're at where they are. Jeff Sims has done some good things. I think if you're ASU's coaching staff, lean into Jeff Sims, saying, hey, don't put him in 3rd and 15. If you're going to let him pass on 1st and 2nd down. Quick hitter, stay within that little run pass option combo that you're playing with. Give him easy A and B reads. He's a big guy that can run. Hey, fumbled once, it's in the rain. That happens.
It's been an exciting first half, and let's send it back to the studio as okay, we're waiting to see if Kevin Turner can get Coach Kenny Dillingham, Kenny's talking with one of the officials as he heads off to the locker room here at halftime, and Kevin's standing by hoping to get Coach. After a very lengthy conversation, Kenny's been talking with those officials all day long. Now let's go down to Kevin Turner.
Good news is you go into the locker room with a lead. You do a nice job there, hold and serve. After the turnover, Jeff Sims is playing really well. This is a guy that we thought he would be. Incredibly talented, running the ball and passing the ball this afternoon.
No doubt, he's playing great. I mean, that last one's on me. Trying to get a shot down the field if it's there, not an intermediate pass with 20 seconds left, knowing it wouldn't matter. That's on me. I wasn't prepared for that, so don't put that one on him. He's playing really, really good football. We're playing good football. Penalties have been absolutely killing us.
Keys to the second half.
We can't get penalties. We got to establish the run in the second half a little bit more and stop the run.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Thank you.
All right, thanks to Kevin Turner, and thanks to head coach Kenny Dillingham at the half. Kenny's Arizona State Sun Devils with a 1-point lead over Iowa State in this rematch of the 2024 Big 12 Championship football game. ASU 17, Iowa State 16. And Jeff Munn will have our halftime report from our network studios in Phoenix after we take a timeout on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Check it out. At Gila River Resorts and Casinos, no one does it better. So, make a splash. Taste all the flavors. Pop in bottles all night long. And shake it till you break it. However you do you. No one lets you take it to a legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you.
It's kickoff time, Sun Devil Nation. At Tim Hovic's Santan Ford, we're proud to stand with Arizona State football. And just like Sparky on game day, trucks from Tim Hovic's Santan Ford bring the fire, the fight, and the power. From the F-150 to the unstoppable Super Duty, Ford trucks are built tough and built for Arizona. Tim Hovic's Santan Ford is an easy drive from anywhere in the valley. Santan, 202 Freeway, and Val Vista and Gilbert. Tim Hovic's Santan Ford, proud partner of your Arizona State Sun Devils.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're listening to the Devil's Halo Halftime Report. Brought to you by Huss Brewing Company. Devil's Halo, the official craft brew of Sun Devil football. Every sip supports a Sun Devil student athlete. Now, here's Jeff Munn.
At the half in Ames, a 17-16 Arizona State lead over Iowa State, a game that started sluggishly for both teams, and then the offensive pace picked up quite a bit in the second quarter. And Jeff Sims, as Kevin Turner and Kenny Dillingham were just talking about, a very strong first half. He accounted for 231 yards of ASU's offense, throwing for 175, rushing for 56. In fact, he and Malik Brown are the only two to carry the ball in the first half for ASU, and Sims carried it 11 times for 56 yards. So Sims is producing an awful lot of offense, and that's a good thing. What is troubling Kenny Dillingham, and he just alluded to it, the penalties. 8 penalties in the first half for 85 yards. A pass interference penalty helped set up the Iowa State's first touchdown of the afternoon. Iowa State has been a little sloppy. 5 penalties for 34 yards. The other thing that is hurting the Devils, the turnovers, a fumble, and late in the half, an interception that could have turned into a field goal. And the kicking game played into things as well. Not only did we have that missed field goal, and it was a long attempt at the end of the first half, but then you also have the botched extra point after Iowa State scored its second touchdown late in the half. So ASU does preserve a 17-16 lead. Now, as far as who is catching the 11 passes that Sims has completed, Mateer has 5 receptions, 65 yards. He had the 18-yard touchdown. Moss, 3 catches for 52 yards. McClain with 2 catches, and Malik Brown, 1 catch for 9 yards. So the offense is being spread around. They are moving the ball effectively on offense, but the penalties have got to be cut down in this second half. 17-16 ASU at the half over Iowa State, and we're back with a check of the scoreboard when our halftime show continues right after this on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
If you don't have gas in your home, but something doesn't smell good.
Ew, what's that smell?
If it smells like rotten eggs, there could be a leak in your neighborhood.
Now what do I do?
If you suspect a leak, move fast, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
From a safe location.
But I don't have natural gas
gas in my home.
Gas lights are buried all around, so even if you don't have gas,
I know, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Dan Bickley, Vince Marotta, Bickley and Marotta Mornings.
I love this show. This is the greatest show in the history of radio.
Ron Wolfley, Luke Lipinski, Wolf and Luke Middays.
Don't waste all your best material this early in the show.
Boom!
Because I want people to keep listening.
Dave Burns, John Gambadoro, Burns and Gambo Afternoons.
Are you ready for this? All right, let's go.
Arizona Sports is the local sports leader and the only place you can watch, read, and listen to Arizona's biggest sports personalities on 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app.
Sending or reading a text while driving takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that equates to driving the length of a football field with your eyes closed. People who text and drive are 23 times more likely to get into a car accident. Devils don't drive distracted. Forks and eyes up. This is a message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, a proud partner of Sun Devil Athletics.
Back at halftime, Arizona State leads Iowa State 17-16. I'm Jeff Munn in our network studios. Let's get a look at the top 25 scoreboard. 9:43 to go in Columbus, and Ohio State will stay atop the rankings and stay unbeaten. They lead Penn State 38-14. Just into the fourth quarter in Austin, 20th ranked Texas in front of number 9 Vanderbilt, 34-16. 6 seconds to go third quarter in Fort Worth. 10th ranked Miami and SMU tied at 17. And they have just completed the third quarter. They're into the fourth quarter in Houston. West Virginia leading number 22 Houston, 31-28. Everything else is later. 15th rated or 16th rated Louisville's at Virginia Tech. Second ranked Indiana at Maryland. 5th rated Georgia meets Florida in Jacksonville. 12th rated Notre Dame at Boston College. 13th rated Texas Tech at Kansas State. 15th rated Virginia is at California. South Carolina is at number 7 Ole Miss. Purdue is at number 21 Michigan. 8th rated Georgia Tech is at NC State. 18th rated Oklahoma is at number 14 Tennessee. 23rd ranked USC plays this evening at Nebraska. And the big one in the Big 12 is late tonight. The late night snack has 17th rated Cincinnati at number 24 Utah. Last night, 25th ranked Memphis won at Rice 38-14. It's ASU leading Iowa State at the half 17-16. We're back with the Big 12 scoreboard and an ASU athletics update when our halftime show continues right after this on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Check it out. At Gila River Resorts and Casinos, no one does it better. So, make a splash. Taste all the flavors. Pop in bottles all night long. And shake it till you break it. However you do you. No one lets you take it to a legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you.
When it's game day in the Valley, your food MVP is Oregano's. We're talking Chicago-style thin-crust pizzas, zesty salads, and jumbo wings you can't resist. And, of course, the Ghibellini Bellini that's colder than the opposing team's offense. Whether you're tailgating or celebrating, we've got that big dish energy Sun Devil fans crave. Oregano's, proud partner of Sun Devil Athletics and your neighborhood Italian joint for more than 30 years. Forks up!
Friends, it's Pat. I finally did it. Sometimes you just need to get off the grid and get some time to think, like way off. So I hopped into my all-new 2025 4Runner with available iForce Max engine and took off, which is me, the 4Runner, and good old Mother Nature. Unfortunately, that's when I realized it was also Taco Tuesday. So I ended up coming back that night. I mean, priorities, right?
Get low 1.75% financing for 48 months on a new 2025 Tacoma SR or SR5, or 1.75% for 72 months on a new Tundra, or get a great lease deal on your favorite Toyota, including the all-new 4Runner. Stop by your closest Valley Toyota dealer or visit valleytoyotadealers.com today. Toyota. Let's go places. 1.75% with $21.59 per thousand borrowed for 48 months. 1.75% with $14.64 per thousand borrowed for 72 months. Offers end 11/3/25 and exclude TRD Pro models. See dealer for details.
We continue at halftime. Arizona State leads Iowa State 17-16 at the half. Other games in the Big 12 involving unranked teams. 11:27 to go, fourth quarter in Waco. Baylor leading UCF 23-3. I can update that West Virginia-Houston game as well. There's about 11 and a half minutes to go in Houston, and West Virginia leads 22nd ranked Houston 38-28. Later on, 13th rated Texas Tech is at Kansas State. Oklahoma State is at Kansas. Later this evening, Arizona's at Colorado. And the aforementioned Cincinnati and Utah game late tonight should be a wild one at Rice-Eccles Stadium. A mixed bag of events yesterday in Sun Devil Athletics. J.J. Van Niel's 6th-rated volleyball team upset in 5 sets at Iowa State yesterday, but they will be back home on Wednesday night to take on TCU at Desert Financial Arena. Actually, I beg your pardon, that game is against Texas Tech Wednesday evening at 7, and again Friday night they host BYU on Salute to Service night. Meanwhile, Sun Devil Hockey got a win in their conference opener last night, 4-1 at Miami of Ohio, and they meet Miami of Ohio again about 3 hours from now. The game will get underway at 5 p.m. in Ohio. That's 3 p.m. here, and our radio pregame coverage will get underway at 2:30 p.m. on the Sun Devil Radio Network with Tyler Paley and Alex Coyle on the call, and then the Devil hockey team will be back home next week for its first home conference games against Colorado College. And then, starting Monday, it's back. Sun Devil basketball and the dawn of the Molly Miller era at Arizona State. A lot of people excited about it, and I can tell you for good reason. Get your season tickets if you haven't gotten them already, and I'm telling you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what you see in terms of how affordable it is to do both women's basketball season tickets and men's basketball season tickets. The women open their season with Coppin State Monday evening, 6:30. Sun Devil Radio Network pregame at 6. And then Bobby Hurley's men the following night host Southern Utah in their season opener. That gets underway at 7. The voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy and Kyle Dodd, will have pregame that evening at 6:30 and the tip-off at 7 o'clock. And again, as we said, you still have plenty of time to get your season tickets. As we look to the second half, Iowa State will start with possession. And again, and Kenny talked about it, they got to cut down on the penalties. 8 of them in the first half for 85 yards. That's just not going to quite cut it. And obviously, they've got to cut down on the turnovers. There were 2 in the first half, and the Devils leading by 1 cannot afford to turn the ball over again in the second half. Stay with us after the game for Sun Devil Sound Off, but the second half's coming up next with Tim, Rapper, and Kevin in Iowa on the Sun Devil Radio Network.
The Arizona Lottery is proud to support higher education across the state through ticket sales, including programs that support Arizona's public universities in partnership with organizations like Los Diablos. The Arizona Lottery is helping students achieve their dreams through academic scholarship, community services, and mentoring. When you play, Arizona wins.
I needed to chill. I started feeling paranoid, hearing things, losing touch. Turns out, even recreational drug use can trigger something called first episode psychosis, or FEP. It's not always a cause, but it can make symptoms worse fast.
Feel it, name it, face it. No shame, just strength. FEP is treatable and help is here. Go to learnmorefep.org. That's learnmorefep.org.
Cheer loud. Drink proud. Huss Brewing is the official craft beer of Sun Devil Athletics. Find Devil's Halo Lager on draft or in cans all around Mountain America Stadium and throughout the valley at your favorite retailer or hangout. Remember, every sip supports a Sun Devil student athlete. 21 and older, please enjoy responsibly. Huss Brewing Company, Tempe brewed and proudly supporting Sun Devil student athletes through NIL. Forks up.
After the game, your appetite's going into overtime, and Oregano's is calling the next play. Tackle our Big Rig pasta or line up against Alfredo the Dark. And don't forget the original pizza cookie, a dessert that demands its own highlight reel. Need a post-game pour? We've got ice-cold draft, bold reds, chill whites, and classic sangrias that never miss. Oregano's, more than 30 years of forking up serious flavor and putting smiles on Sun Devil fans. Find your flavor at oreganos.com.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Well, the sky's starting to brighten a little bit here in Ames, Iowa. It's been overcast since we arrived in the state of Iowa last evening. And we've had some rain off and on through the first half of this game. Some rain, light rain overnight. But right now, overcast, chilly, and a good football game going on here at halftime. Arizona State with a 1-point lead over Iowa State, 17-16 in this rematch of the 2024 Big 12 championship game. With Jeff Van Raphorst and Kevin Turner, I'm Tim Healy, welcoming you back to Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa for the start of the second half, which is a couple of minutes away as the two teams are making their way back onto the field here at Iowa State. So right now it's time for us to get Kevin Turner's halftime adjustments powered by Great Wolf Lodge. KT?
Yeah, well, the first thing you need to do is stay away from the heater. My dry suit literally just melted on the backside of my leg.
That's an adjustment you need to make.
Number one, have situational awareness on the sidelines. But let's get to the keys to the game. You know, with this wet field, you got to be able to run north and south. That's number one. Number two, with Ghost Rouser coming back here in the second half, that allows ASU to bring some more exotic pressures. And then lastly, it's like keep your hands and arm inside the tram at all times. Keep your hands to yourself. Be smart, be tough, get the ball, and play team defense, team offense. Those are the Kenny Dillingham 4 pillars. If we execute on those 4 elements, we'll win this ball game.
And I thought Montana Warren did a pretty good job filling in for Ghost Rouser. What do you think?
100%. He's a guy that is very physical, always in the right place at the right time. Very little drop-off there with Montana Warren spelling Ghost Rouser here in the first half.
And that's a great point, as Rouser will return. He got that targeting penalty late in the game against Houston last week and had to sit out the first half of this week. Those are Kevin Turner's halftime adjustments, powered by Great Wolf Lodge. College football families, plan your next getaway at Great Wolf Lodge, Arizona, where indoor water park fun meets family adventure. Use promo code TOUCHDOWN to save up to 30%. Book by December 31st at greatwolf.com. Again, Iowa State won the toss at game start, elected to defer its option till the second half. And so they're going to exercise that option and get the football now to start the third quarter, as ASU on top by a point, 17-16. The Sun Devils outgaining the Cyclones thus far, 257 yards to 161. ASU has passed for 175 yards. Jeff Sims, 11 of 19, a touchdown and an interception. Rocco Becht is 7 of 13, 74 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and he's also run for the other Cyclone touchdown in this football game. ASU with a 17 to 13 minute time of possession advantage. The Sun Devils, the Big 12 leader in average time of possession per game. Iowa State will go left to right across your dial, attacking what I believe is the south end zone here at Jack Trice Stadium in the third quarter, as Jesus Gomez has it teed up. Xavier Townsend, Aiden Flora, the 2 deep receivers for Iowa State. They're both standing between the 5 and 10 yard line as Gomez lets boot a high, short kick, very short, fielded by one of the up men. I think it was Aiden Flora, actually, one of the 2 deep men, fielded it at the 20-yard line. I don't know if that was what Gomez was trying to do, or if there's, Kevin, is there any kind of a breeze going in his face? That was a really short kick.
I think that's a combination of just hitting it too low on the ball and not having much leg on it, because, you fair caught that ball in the 21. When you fair catch it, you get it to 25. You're better off just catching that ball and running forward.
Yeah, he would have gotten more yardage. So it's
where it would have been as a touchback. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Rocco Becht will line up under center to start the second half. Carson Hansen will begin as the running back. Hansen gets the handoff, and he is tackled immediately. Jordan Crook knifed through and dropped him after a short gain. They're going to give him forward progress to the 27, a gain of 2. Crook, the Sun Devil linebacker from Duncanville, Texas, just outside of Dallas, former Arkansas Razorback in his second year at Arizona State, and he has had a terrific season in 2025.
You know, watch both those linebackers. They're on their toes. They want to come downhill and make plays.
2nd down and 8 out of the shotgun and play action. Beck looking to throw. No one available. C.J. Fight drags him down just as Beck was taken off, trying to scramble away from pressure, and Fight dropped him at the 27 for no gain. And so it'll be 3rd down as pass rushers Clayton Smith and Albert Smith, no relation, check into the Arizona State lineup now in this passing situation. 3rd down and 8 at the Cyclone 27-yard line. Tight end Gabe Burkle lined on the left side. 3 receivers bunched closely to the formation on the right on 3rd down and 8. Beck gets the snap, drops back, sets up, throws near side. The pass is caught by Sowell, and he's got a 1st down, slips out of 2 tackles, and gets upfield before Ghost Rouser knocks him out of bounds at the 48-yard line. After a gain of 21, there's a penalty flag down on the play.
Albert Smith is in there at rush end, and they're looking at a face mask here. Somebody grab a face mask, or Dave Tan is...
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 3. Defense, 15 yards will be added to the end of the run, automatic.
Jim, that's his second penalty. He got roughing the passer earlier in the middle of the first quarter, 15-yarder. Now he's going to get hands to the face there.
Albert Smith coming out of the lineup. That, as Jeff said, his second penalty. He is a redshirt freshman from Terrytown, Louisiana. What a costly penalty. It's added on to the end of the run. And so it puts the ball all the way down to the Arizona State 37-yard line. Penalties just killing the Sun Devils these last couple of ball games. On 1st down, handoff to Abu Sama, and Keyshawn Elliott got him around the ankles and dropped him after a short gain. They're going to give him forward progress to the 40 or to the 34 of ASU, a gain of 3. And now checking into the lineup for Iowa State is Williamsfield High School product Dylan Lee, the 3rd-string running back for the Cyclones. Young man who was the leading 6A rusher in the state of Arizona a couple of years ago with over 2,000 yards, playing for former Sun Devil quarterback Steve Campbell at Williamsfield High. 2nd down and 7. Beck fakes the give to Lee, drops back to pass, throwing deep downfield, and it's knocked away, incomplete by Javen Robinson on an outstanding play. The pass intended for Brett Eskelson inside the 5-yard line, and Robinson broke it up beautifully.
That was such a nice job. It's a post route on the left side. Robinson deflects it with his right hand, but he doesn't get the left hand around the receiver. He kept it off him. So he got it, blocked it from behind, and so many times you see pass interference on that, but great patience by Javon Robinson.
So big 3rd down play coming up here, 3rd and 7 from the 34 of ASU. Devils showing blitz, but they back off as Beck drops back, being pressured. He's in trouble. He goes down at the 40-yard line, tackled by Elijah O'Neal. O'Neal with the sack, drops Beck for a loss of 3, back to the 40. It's 4th down, and Iowa State will send the punting unit on.
Anthony Cooper's the one that really puts pressure on Beck, forces Beck to run around. And, you know, when we talked about that a couple games ago, you get your sacks as a unit, not one guy beating somebody. And that was a good job by all the defensive linemen to collapse in the pocket around Beck.
So Tyler Perkins will try to pin him deep with a high end-over-end punt, and it's going to be fielded. Oh, did it hit the goal line? It's going to be close, as the ball is downed inside the 5-yard line, and I think they're going to say that it was down before it got to the goal line. They're going to spot the ball at around the 3. You couldn't do it any better than that. Man.
You know, Iowa State
that ball came awfully close to hitting the goal line.
It did, but they did a good job. You know, the punt returner for ASU took off upfield, Iowa State went to the 1 yard line, turned around.
The ball did not cross the goal line. It was touched at the 3 yard line. It's first down, Arizona State.
They're not going to review that? Boy.
Yeah, it looked like Aiden Flora was the guy that was down there, got there, turned around, and was fighting that ball away. Kenny's talking to the officials. He wants to see if they're going to review.
Boy,
review this at all.
Just to not review it is just, man, I don't know how you do that or don't do that.
I don't think the ball did get in. I think his foot was in the end zone, but not the ball.
So from the 3 yard line, they hand the ball to Rayleigh Brown. Brown dancing around, and he ends up gaining nothing as he gets dropped for no gain on the play. Might have lost a half yard or so. Instead of hitting the hole, Rayleigh kind of danced from one side to the other. And among others in on the tackle was starback Marcus Neal for Iowa State.
Down there on the goal line, you're going to have to plant your foot and get north and south. Second trips to the field. Look at this, Tim. One receiver to the right, trips to the left.
On second down, Sims will roll to his right, try to run it, and he gets out to about the 5 before he goes down there. Among the tacklers, Tamatoa McDonough, Iowa State defensive end out of Asheville, North Carolina, transfer from Yale, second team All Ivy League a year ago.
And it's really set up by Cooper Abel. He shoots the gap and forces the quarterback up inside where McDonough makes the tackle on the quarterback keep to the right side that time.
Derek Eusebio is in as a wide receiver, 1 of 3, split to the left side as Sims on third down will run it upfield and dives forward. He is short of the first down, but gets him a little bit of breathing room as he gets the ball out past the 10-yard line. Safety Jamison Patton coming up from the secondary to make the tackle. And so the Devils are going to have to punt it away and have to punt it from their own end zone. And the punting game has become a bit adventurous of late. Canyon Floyd back in his end zone. Iowa State figures to get good field position from this exchange. Aiden Flora is standing at the 50-yard line awaiting the kick. It's a good snap. Floyd gets the punt off. It was close to being blocked, but he got it off, and Flora made a fair catch at the 49-yard line. So that's a 40-yard punt with no return. But again, the Cyclones will have great field position. They're 49 when they start this next possession in a moment. Timeout on the field. We played just a little under 5 minutes of the second half. It's ASU 17 and Iowa State 16 as we take a timeout on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Is your roof ready for Arizona's extreme weather? Trust the experts at MultiPro Roof Solutions, the Valley's top roofing team with over 40 years of experience. From quick repairs to full replacements, they bring championship-level service and premium materials to every job. They're also excited to announce they're a proud partner of Sun Devil football, supporting the Sun Devils on the field and your home off of it. Call MultiPro Roof Solutions today for a free inspection or visit multiproroof.com, your roof's strongest line of defense.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office or conquering the daily grind, G2G is the perfect fuel. Quick, delicious, protein-packed. Score an 8-pack in the refrigerated section at Costco or your local grocer. Or go online at g2gbar.com. G2G Protein Bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
Arizona Complete Health Plans are here for your health. From Flagstaff to Yuma and right in your neighborhood. Here for you. With coverage for you and your family. Doctors you can trust. The services you need. And programs that help your community. Arizona Complete Health is here for your health. Learn more at azcompletehealth.com. That's azcompletehealth.com.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Circle K makes your day. Sign up for Inner Circle Rewards on the Circle K app and score 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups, plus exclusive discounts on food, drinks, and more. Field position has been such a big part of these last couple of ball games. It has largely been disadvantageous for the Sun Devils, and it will be so on this next possession. Iowa State, trailing by just one, will take over at its 49-yard line as we check in with Kevin Turner down on the sideline.
Yeah, this game reminds me of a wrestling match. And speaking of wrestling, I went into the Hall of Fame here. 7 national championships. And you hearken back to 1972, the Munich Games. None other than legendary Dan Gable, an Iowa State Hawkeye, represented prominently in their Hall of Fame.
And, of course, Bobby Douglas, the Sun Devil wrestling coach who led Arizona State to its only wrestling NCAA championship, I think also coached here at Iowa State as well. As the Cyclones will take over at their 49-yard line, trailing 17-16. 10:08 remaining to go here in the third quarter.
Tim, to your point, their average starting field position this game is their own 40-yard line.
Man, that's incredible. On first down off play action, Rocco Beck, a shovel pass to the near side of the field, and it was almost intercepted. Did that ball get caught? I believe it may have been caught by tight end Cooper Alexander, and Keyshawn Elliott, I think, was over there.
That's okay. It's a 2-yard loss.
Elijah O'Neal was bringing pressure to Beck.
He pitched it sideways. He got pressure, couldn't throw it. He underhand pitched it for a 2-yard loss to the tight end.
The ball marked at the 47 of the Cyclones, a loss of 2.
You know, when the ball's going that slow, end over end like that, it's just like a big melon out there ready to be picked. And right melon, take it and score.
Aiden Flores in at running back. It's an empty formation. Beck drops back. His throw to the far side of the field is incomplete. Intended for Chase Sowell. Not a great pass. And Sowell is having words right now with Sun Devil nickelback Kendrick Breedlove. And one of the officials gets in to separate those two dudes.
Breedlove did a nice job undercutting that route. He forced the ball to be thrown to the outside, and I really didn't think Sowell did a nice job. Did not do a good job of bending and pushing away from the defender. The quarterback threw it in the right spot.
So a 3rd and 12 for the Cyclones from their 47 as again Beck looks to throw. The pocket collapsing. He rolls to his right, throws downfield, and just overthrows his intended receiver. Sowell was on the near sideline, right on the sideline, and Beck just threw it away purposely. And once again, it looks like the Cyclones are going to have to punt the football away. So neither team able to do much offensively here in the early minutes of this third quarter. And now let's see if once again Tyler Perkins, the punter, can saddle Arizona State with bad field position. Zechariah Sample back at his 10, and the whistles blow just as the ball was snapped to Perkins, and he kicked it away.
Made ready for play. Replay 4th down.
So the Cyclones kind of got a little antsy on that one and snapped the ball before it was ready for play. As we mentioned earlier in the game, Tyler Perkins, honorable mention All Big 12 2 years ago, has the best career punting average in Iowa State history. Came into this game 6th in the league on this year with a 44-yard average. There's a beautiful spiraling kick, and that goes out of bounds on the fly, and that's going to pin the Devils deep once again. They're going to mark it out at the 6-yard line. So Arizona State has just had wretched field position for the better part of its possessions, it seems like, for the last 2 games. And they'll start deep in their own end of the field on this one when we return in a moment. 9:11 to play in the third quarter. ASU 17, Iowa State 16. This is the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
I was supposed to be having fun, but something felt off.
It wasn't just stress. My thoughts were racing. I couldn't focus.
Turns out it was first episode psychosis, FEP.
Even devils need a timeout. A mental reset, that's part of the game.
FEP is treatable.
And asking for help, that's real strength. Feel it.
Name it.
Face it.
Don't bench your mental health.
There's power in speaking up.
Go to learnmorefep.org.
Everyone needs a checking account, so get the one with built-in benefits to complement your unique lifestyle. Mountain America's My Style Checking has perks no one can pass up. You'll enjoy sizzling restaurant deals, peace of mind mobile phone protection, timely telehealth access, built-in identity protection, and clutch loan rate discounts. Make My Style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union. Visit macu.com/mystyle. Insured by NCUA. Membership required based on eligibility. Some benefits require no cost registration or activation. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
Hey, Sun Devil fans, get ready for another rockin' season with a better tasting, healthier protein shake. Rockin' Protein. Whether you enjoy hiking, jogging, working out, or simply cheering on your Sun Devils, you need Rockin' Protein. Locally made right here in Arizona, this high-quality protein shake helps you get the results you want. And it's made with real Shamrock Farms milk, so it tastes delicious with no chalky aftertaste. Look for it in the dairy cooler. Rockin' Protein, proud partner of Sun Devil Athletics. Forks up.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Don't believe what the internet tells you. Painting is more than just adding paint. When you need a professional painter, internet searches are going to leave you overwhelmed. I looked around, Christy and I were looking for a painter, went online, and we chose Coleman Painting to bring our designs to life. Painting is more than paint, like I said. They specialize in interiors, exteriors, cabinet flooring, epoxy finishes, and stain jobs. With over 20 years of experience, dedicated crews, and a temperature-controlled warehouse, Coleman Painting was our choice. Make them your choice.
Once again, well done. 9:11 to go, third quarter. 45 degrees right now in Ames, Iowa. It looks like the sun is really trying to fight through those clouds, but very overcast right now. But it appears as though the showers have gone away for the time being. And I don't see any in the forecast for most of the rest of the afternoon, as Arizona State will start from its 6-yard line. On first down, the play fake. Jeff Sims running to the left side, lowers his shoulder into a Cyclone defender, and ends up picking up about 3 yards. Jamison Patton was the safety who helped bring him down, but also the player into whom Sims lowered that shoulder and gave as much as he got in terms of oomph on that hit.
Sims has touched the ball more than any other running back in this game. 14 carries, 64 yards.
Second down and 7 after that 3-yard pickup. Pistol look. Sims fakes the give to Rayleigh Brown. Rolls right, throws to Mateer in the flat. Mateer bounces off a tackle, but goes down at the 12-yard line. It looks like the tackler, Caleb Bacon, is the one, again, that Mateer hit into and spun off. But Shimon went down at the 12-yard line after a short gain of 3.
Mateer delivered the blow. I think he just lost his balance after he spun. That was a nice play by the tight end. And I was expecting him to get a couple more yards, but I think it's field related.
So third down and 4 play.
See if Sims keeps it here. You got 4 receivers left. Middle of the field looks open.
And there's an Iowa State defender aligned against all of them. That opens up the middle of the field. There goes Sims. Off to the races. He may go 50, 40. Say goodbye to Jeff Sims. He is going to go end to end for an Arizona State touchdown. An 88-yard run by Jeff Sims on 3rd and 4. And Sims takes it the distance.
You got that 4 receiver set to the outside. They put, it looked like 5 over the top of 4. So the middle of the field was open, and Sims did a nice job of being patient. It's a quarterback run out of the shotgun formation. He gets good blocking and was out the gate. Maxie Hunachor did a nice job of blocking at the second level, but that's all Jeff Sims.
Sweet, Fancy Moses. 88 yards on the run for Jeff Sims. And now the extra point attempt forthcoming from Jesus Gomez is up, and it is good. And the Sun Devils extend their lead to 24-16 with 7:47 still remaining in this third quarter. And all of a sudden, Jeff Sims' rushing numbers, Rapper, 15 carries, 155 yards, and a pair of touchdowns.
That was a really nice call that time from, by Marcus Arroyo from the box. You overload the left side, take a look at it, you realize you have numbers up inside, and it's a pretty nice option. One of your better runners is also your quarterback who can throw.
How about a Kia scoring drive of 3 plays, 94 yards in 1:24 seconds. Capped off by the 88-yard scoring run by Jeff Sims, easily the Sun Devils' longest run from scrimmage this season. And now we're getting some rain, and this is the hardest rain we've seen since the game started. as Karsten Kiefer with a high, very short kickoff that is fumbled by one of the up men who then falls right back on it. And it's one of Iowa State's bevy of tight ends, Trip Walsh, a sophomore from Heartland, Wisconsin, who fielded it, fumbled it, and then recovered his own fumble at the 26-yard line. So even though it was a very short kickoff, the net gain for Iowa State on a return as opposed to a touchback is just a yard. Cyclones take over at their 26, and that rain coming down now. Didn't think there was any rain in the forecast the rest of the afternoon.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 minutes 45 seconds. The receiver touched the ball and then in the continuing action recovered it. We need to take some time off. Thank you.
Okay, if you say so. Clearly, I do not have the seal of approval from the National Meteorological Society.
Yeah, it was nice 8 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seemed like it was. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Handoff here to Carson Hansen, and Hansen gets dropped. Jordan Crook.
Hansen got hit right in the
down.
ribs. I mean, he got hit right in the ribs. He was leaning to his right, exposed his left ribs. Ghost Rouser came in there and decided to have a little bit of half-rack of baby back and hit him right in the chest.
Hansen is down after that hit. He had picked up about 4 yards, and he got popped. And it looks like we're going to have a break here.
Keep in mind, Ghost Rouser was out the first half of that targeting. Talk about making yourself felt. Comes up from the safety spot and hits him right in the baby backs.
I mean, man, oh man, that was a hit. Wow. I think they're going to take a timeout on the field. We will as well with 7:35 remaining third quarter. ASU 24, Iowa State 16. We take a break now on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Go light with a Devil's Halo Lager or bold with a Huss IPA. Huss Brewing is the official craft beer of Sun Devil Athletics. Proudly served on draft or in cans across Mountain America Stadium, including the new Huss Hideout on Level 3 of the Upper East Side. Whether you're tailgating or in the stands, nothing hits like a cold Devil's Halo Lager or Huss IPA. Devil's Halo. Every sip supports a Sun Devil student athlete. Now that's a win on and off the field. Cheers to the Sun Devils. 21 and older, please enjoy responsibly. Huss Brewing Company. Tempe brewed, Sun Devil proud.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
ASU Sun Devils choose Smile Medical Imaging to take the very best care of our student athletes. To stay in the game and deliver your best, it really does matter what you choose. Make the right choice, then let your game speak for itself. Sun Devils choose to be champions on and off the football field. We choose to be leaders that serve our communities. We choose bright futures. We choose excellence. From X-rays to MRIs, learn more at esmil.com. Go where the Sun Devils go. Choose Smile Medical Imaging.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Well, the good news, Carson Hansen, the running back for Iowa State, who took that wicked hit from Ghost Rouser, is able to get up and jog off the field, but obviously in discomfort after that tremendous hit by Rouser. And speaking of which, Kevin Turner has some thoughts on that, KT.
Yeah, I had an opportunity last night in the elevator at the hotel to speak to Dr. Anakar Chhabra. Not only is he a great orthopedic surgeon, he's getting his MBA, but he's also an analyst. I said, Coach, what looks different to you this year than the last couple of years? He goes, the bigger, stronger, faster play of our defensive backs. He goes, I cannot believe how hard they hit. There's Exhibit A right there, number 4. Back in the lineup, Ghost Rouser making his presence felt here early in the second half.
Indeed, no doubt. Ghost really itching at the bit to play after he had to sit out the first half for that targeting call he received last week against Houston. And boy, what a hit that was. So 2nd down and 7. Rocco Beck will line up under center on this play. And now a tight end, Tyler Moore, motions into the backfield to serve as the up back. I believe that's Abu Sama in the ballgame at running back, getting the handoff. No, that's the young man from Gilbert, Dylan Lee. He got the carry and took it out to the 33-yard line for a gain of 4, tackled by Keyshawn Elliott, the Sun Devil middle linebacker. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 3 for the Cyclones. And when this ball snapped, will be under 7 minutes to go third quarter as Aiden Flora now checks into the lineup at running back. Abu Sama hasn't played much this year. He was on this game. He was on the injured list for a good chunk of this week. 3rd down and 3 for the Cyclones. A straight drop back. Beck looking to throw. The pass incomplete. He was trying to hit Brett Eskelson on the far side of the field, and they could not make the connection. And Rocco Beck's numbers, boy, he has struggled a bit throwing the ball today. 9 of 19 for 93 yards and a touchdown. And once again, the Cyclones will have to punt it away.
You know what's interesting, too? There was a stat that came out this week that he was a 73% completion thrower at home. And you look at what ASU's defense, they've got him under 50% right now.
Tyler Perkins waiting to kick it away. Zachariah Sample back at his 20-yard line. There's the snap. Perkins lets her rip. Sample makes a fair catch. Got to hold on to it. He does as he catches it at the 23-yard line. That's a 44-yard punt with no return. The Sun Devils, again, by their standards, getting great field position.
I mean, shoot, that's like Scottsdale living. Where's your house? Scottsdale.
Seriously.
Way on that rich ground.
Yeah. Let's check in quickly with Kevin Turner once again. KT.
Yeah, I had a moment last season with Zachariah Sample. He was buried in the depth chart 5th, and I never saw him returning kicks, and I pulled him aside. I said, you want to get on the field? This summer, you got to catch 100 punts a day. You'll find your way on the field. And he came up to me a couple of weeks ago, gave me a big hug. He said, thanks for the advice. He's on the field, also doing a fine job returning kicks.
So he's the key. You're the key to his success, right, KT?
I mean, I'm just,
will you go tell Albert Smith not to hold personal foul or go to the face at all?
Here's Rayleigh Brown. He finds an opening. Rayleigh Brown gets outside to the 40, 45, 50, and out of bounds along the far side of the field. They're going to say he went out at the Arizona State 48-yard line after a 25-yard run. Trey Bell, the cornerback, forced him out of bounds.
Big hole over right guard inside. Give up that time. Rayleigh Brown, he had to be thrilled to see that kind of blocking. First time in weeks that he had that big of a crease.
1st and 10 for the Sun Devils. At their 49 is where they spot the football. Sims out of the shotgun. Sims gives the ball to Rayleigh Brown, trying to go to the right side, but he can't find any room, and he goes down for no gain as linebacker Cooper Ebel knifes through to make yet another tackle for the Cyclones. Now Rayleigh Brown comes out of the lineup. And former Army West Point back Kanye Udo is in. One of the few snaps Udo has had today. 2nd and 10 from the Sun Devil 49. Sims. A design run. No, he's going to stop, set up, throw downfield. Oh, he had a man wide open and overthrew him. Jalen Moss was wide open on a post corner route to about the 20-yard line, and Sims just missed him. Man.
That was a nice call. 2nd down right there. Or 1st down, they went with the pass. They rolled the quarterback. It just a little bit of timing was off. A couple more steps by the quarterback to allow that receiver to cross from left to right and open up in the zone.
Another one of those plays where he showed run and then stopped and threw, and the timing just off. That would have been a touchdown had the throw been better. So now it's 3rd and 10, and Sims under pressure this time. Has some open field as he runs upfield, but slides well short of the 1st down. They're going to say that he started the slide at the 47-yard line. He ended up at the 44, but as you know, it's where you begin the slide, not where you end up. And I don't know, if Jeff Sims had been a little bit more aggressive, he might have been able to get close to a 1st down, but he has to stay healthy too.
Yeah, we would have had to run through a ton of contact right there. It's not a bad decision by Jeff.
So Canyon Floyd will come on and punt it away.
That was a really nice blitz pickup that time by Rayleigh Brown. Rayleigh was in there, picked up the backer. gave room for Jeff Sims to run up the middle on that pass.
Let's see if Floyd can pin the Cyclones deep. It's a short wobbling kick, gets a good roll and is downed. And I think that's Zachariah Sample on the kick cover team who caught the ball on the bounce and downed it inside the 10-yard line. It'll be spotted at the 7.
I thought it'd be spotted at the 5 or the 4.
Yeah. And as it is, it's about a 40-yard punt for Canyon Floyd. It didn't look great off the foot, but it gets the job done. And for one of the few times today, the Cyclones start in poor field position. With 4:35 remaining in this third quarter, Arizona State with a 24-16 lead. Sun Devils trying to duplicate the result they got against the Cyclones in the Big 12 title game last December 7th in Arlington, Texas. Rocco Becht in the offense, back to work. Becht in the shotgun on 1st down and 10. Becht hands the ball off. I think that's Carson Hansen fighting upfield, gets out past the 10 to around the 13-yard line, and that'll be a gain of close to 6 yards before Keyshawn Elliott made the tackle.
Good job by Keyshawn getting off the block, keeping his hands free, finding Hansen, taking him down.
Hansen's numbers today, 13 carries, 60 yards. Had over 150 yards rushing last week. And now another run for Hansen. He's got a 1st down as he breaks free off the left side of his offensive line and is forced out of bounds by Ghost Rouser at the 25-yard line after a 12-yard gain. So back-to-back quality runs by Carson Hansen, and Iowa State has a little more breathing room. They're out to the 25-yard line.
Just feel this crowd's looking for anything to get excited by. They had a 8 or 9 yard run, and all of a sudden they have a ton of energy. But Sun Devil defense has really done a good job today. Look at this formation. They've got 3 or 4 tights to the right.
And they give the ball to Hansen straight up the middle, and Hansen is caught by the ankles by Boogie Wilson at the 40-yard line, or else he might have gone the distance. As it is, he picks up 16 yards. They'll spot it at the 41 of Iowa State. Hansen, with back-to-back-to-back runs, has single-handedly taken the Cyclones from their 7-yard line out to their 41.
Hansen averaging over 6 yards a carry. On that last play, though, the corner, Keith Abney, came around the edge and took a too deep of an angle out Hansen to get up inside. He got that run.
1st and 10. Again, they feed the running back. This time it's Dylan Lee, and Lee with good yardage as he gets into Sun Devil territory, or actually close to Sun Devil territory. He stopped just shy of midfield. A 9-yard gain tackled by Jordan Crook. And with Rocco Becht not having a great day passing, it almost looks like Matt Campbell and offensive coordinator and Chandler native Taylor Mauser have decided to feed their running backs on this drive.
Yeah, and you can just see it in some of the personnel groupings right there. Back to a 12 personnel grouping here now. 2 tights, 2 wide receivers, but they've gone big a lot.
They have put the blade down on this possession. Now off play action, Beck drops back, and he's throwing deep. He's got a man open, and making the catch at the 15-yard line is Chase Sowell, and he is brought down at the 14. A 36-yard completion from Beck to Sowell. Boogie Wilson making the stop.
The deep crossing route from right to left. Sowell has time to get down about 25 yards and find a green grass.
And now Beck throwing a fade to the near side of the field. It's incomplete, but a flag is down. As again, Sowell was the intended receiver as he got tangled up with cornerback Keith Abney, and Abney is going to be flagged for pass interference.
Yeah. Pass interference, number 1. Defense, spot foul, automatic, 1st down.
You know, we talk so much about how receivers can draw penalties, really fight through contact. Abney is downfield from Sowell, but Sowell does a good job of creating contact, running into Abney, throws his hands up, and Sowell at 6'3", 210, just kind of outmatched the 6'1", 190 Abney.
Boy, it hasn't taken Iowa State long to get this ball downfield. They're at the 6-yard line after that penalty. 1st and goal. Beck, the design run to his right. Beck to the 5. Beck dragged down by Martell Hughes at around the 3-yard line. That was a designed run all the way for Rocco Becht, who's already rushed for 1 touchdown here today. And now 2 more tight ends check in for Iowa State.
It was a nice job by Martell Hughes undercutting the right tackle. Tyler Miller, big 6'9", 335-pound senior, pulled out to the right side. Hughes cuts inside of him and makes the tackle.
Tyler Moore and Keaton Roskopf, a pair of fullback/tight ends, are in the backfield along with Becht and running back Dylan Lee. And they direct snap it to Dylan Lee, and he is tackled immediately. Crew Jackson, a seldom used Sun Devil linebacker in his second year, transferring from Kansas State, knifed through to help make that tackle for ASU, where they had Becht and Dylan Lee, the running back, behind center, and the ball was snapped directly to the running back, a play that Iowa State has shown before. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 2 with 23 seconds and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Lee remains the running back. Carson Brown, a receiver, in motion. Becht, off play action, will throw to the near side, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Carson Brown.
They're going to get a pick play on this, too. It's going to be, they ran a mesh concept. The outside receiver collided with one of the DBs. They're definitely going to get an offensive pass interference. Well, picks are illegal, so it's not a rub, it's a pick. The flag was thrown.
Pass interference, number 18. Offense, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Even though the third down pass was incomplete, the Sun Devils will take the yardage and force Iowa State into a 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, they got the big tight end Brahmer that time. He comes down. You see it so much in the NFL, right? 2 receivers cross, you create what they call a mesh concept. Defenders get caught up in the wash, but Brahmer's a little big at 6'7", 255. Say, excuse me, I didn't mean to hit him hard, or light him up. He did.
3rd and goal from the 17. Carson Hansen is back in at running back. Becht gets the snap, drops back, wants to pass, plenty of time, firing for the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. Bramer, the intended receiver, at the back of the end zone. Keith Abney was one of 3 Sun Devils back there in coverage. Ghost Rouser also there as well. And so on 4th down, the Cyclones are going to have to settle for a field goal try. And Kyle Conrady, their kicker, has missed 2 out of 3 today. This will be from the 25-yard line, a 35-yard attempt in the middle of the field. But Arizona State will retain the lead with 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The holder is the punter, Tyler Perkins. And a wet ball. That snap was high, but Perkins got it down. Conrady got the kick off, and this kick is good. So Kyle Conrady, who's missed 2 today, has now made 2. And with 1 second left to go in the third quarter, that pulls the Cyclones within 5. But Arizona State continues to hold on to the lead at 24-19 with that 1 tick remaining in period number 3. And good job by the Sun Devil defense. It looked for all the world like the Cyclones were going to push it in for a touchdown, Jeff, the way they ran the ball down the Devils' throats on that particular drive.
They were able to get the running game going, and you're right. You mentioned, I thought was astute, was that it looked like Rocco Becht is really struggling. So they went to that running game, and even on that pass play they threw at the back of the end zone, I thought they had the crossing routes underneath that were open if he would have just not tried to force it. For 36 games that he's been a starter, some of his decision-making in this game doesn't look like a guy who started that many games.
Surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. And even his accuracy is not as good as I was anticipating.
Of course, his dad, one-time New York Jets tight end Anthony Becht.
First-round draft pick, right?
Yes, indeed. And there's the kickoff, and it's going to take 1 bounce and go through the end zone for a touchback.
That was a good decision on the kick return team to let the ball bounce.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
That ball could have easily gone out. It was just inside the pylon. It goes out of bounds. You get it to 35.
But the ball will go to the 25-yard line, so the Devils will get 1 snap here.
25-yard line. That's good living right there, Tim.
Yeah, isn't it?
Sheesh.
With the field position the Devils have been saddled with for most of the last 2 ball games. Jeff Sims having a tremendous day today. He's thrown for 178 yards and a touchdown. He has rushed for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns, including an electrifying 88-yard touchdown run earlier in this third quarter. Final play of the third quarter will find Sims in the shotgun in an empty formation. He'll take off and run with it and runs up the middle. And Sims has a first down out past the 35-yard line to the 38. A 13-yard gain for Jeff Sims. And Jeff Sims is threatening to push the 200-yard mark in rushing yards. That will get him up to 172 rushing yards, 178 through the air. Sims having a spectacular day here in Ames as the third period comes to an end. After 3 quarters of play, it's ASU 24, Iowa State 19. We're back with the start of the fourth quarter of today's game in a moment on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or just navigating the daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them in the refrigerated section at Costco or your local grocer. Or go online and explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein. So keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
If you live or work in Superior, Porter's is where you eat.
Here we go, you guys.
Thank you. We love serving the community that's meant so much to our family for generations. Having the Resolution Mine here has been a great thing. More business in town means more business for us, our suppliers, the hotels, really all of our neighbors. Projects like this drive the whole economy around here.
Copper is essential to Arizona's economy and to America's future. Learn more at resolutioncopper.com.
The Arizona Lottery is proud to support higher education across the state through ticket sales, including programs that support Arizona's public universities in partnership with organizations like Los Diablos. The Arizona Lottery is helping students achieve their dreams through academic scholarship, community services, and mentoring. When you play, Arizona wins.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Before we begin the fourth quarter here in Ames, Iowa, let's take a look at our ChazRoberts.com top 25 and Big 12 scoreboard. We're going to focus on the Big 12 today, and there are already 2 games final. And how about this stunner from Houston, Texas? The Houston Cougars, who looked so good in beating ASU last week and moved up to 22nd in this week's rankings. The Cougars lose at home today to one of the bottom teams in the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Rich Rod takes the Mountaineers into Houston and beats the Cougars 45-35. And Baylor, playing at home today, whips UCF 30-3, the final. They're just underway in Manhattan. Kansas State and 13th ranked Texas Tech scoreless. Later today or tonight, Arizona will be at Colorado. The game of the day in the Big 12, number 17 Cincinnati playing at 24th ranked Utah. That'll kick off at 7:15 tonight, Arizona time. And Oklahoma State plays at Kansas later today. And there you have our Chaz Roberts Big 12 and top 25 scoreboard, ChazRoberts.com, for Arizona's leader in heating, plumbing, cooling, and caring. Well, I thought Houston was going to be nonstop to Arlington the way they looked last week and with the schedule they have coming up. But that goes to show you, on any given Saturday, anybody can beat anybody in this league.
What do you think of this conference, though, Tim? I mean, just the highs and lows of these teams.
Kind of a lot of pretty good teams, maybe no great teams. We'll start the fourth quarter. Devils at the 38-yard line. Handoff to Rayleigh Brown. Finds an opening, explodes upfield, and Rayleigh Brown may be close to a first down. They're going to mark him a yard short after a 9-yard pickup. The ball will be spotted at the 47-yard line of Arizona State. Sun Devils lead it 24-19 as we begin this fourth quarter. Devils quickly back up to the line of scrimmage with 3 receivers flanked to the right of the formation. Tight end Cameron Harpole is offset in the backfield. Brown lined up behind Jeff Sims in a pistol look. Sims turns and hands it to Rayleigh Brown, and Brown's got the first down as he moves the pile forward with the help of his big friends in the O-line and advances the ball into Cyclone territory to the 49-yard line. That'll be an Arizona State first down.
You know, that's one of the first few times where I really have seen that offensive line surge that we talk about. You've got Iowa State in kind of that I'm going to call it red and gold look. I'm sure there's a term for it, crimson or whatever it is. But ASU in gold and white is just doing a nice job of creating a surge along the offensive line.
We have an injured Cyclone player. It's linebacker Will McLaughlin, who was shaken up on the play. And while they tend to him, let me go down quickly to Kevin Turner. KT, it's hard to, is it raining now? There's some bright skies out on the horizon, but very dark over Ames, Iowa's Jack Trice Stadium.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
it's raining. It's coming down pretty good here on the field. And if you look around in the stands, this partisan Iowa State Cyclone fan base, they're all heading for the exits right now. You can take a look. There's a lot of empty seats that have just shown up here in the fourth quarter.
But tell the fans about the fellas who are in one corner in the upper deck to our right there.
Well,
are they fraternity brothers without shirts?
You've got fraternity row up there in section 0 in the southeast corner up at the very top, all of which are shirtless right now. Awesome.
On this mid-40s day here in Ames, as Will McLaughlin is being helped to the sideline, walking very slowly, but with the help of a couple of members of the Cyclone training staff, as ASU has a 1st and 10 at the Iowa State 49-yard line. We've 1 minute into the fourth quarter here. Sun Devils lead as a high snap is fielded by Jeff Sims, and he just runs the ball straight ahead and picks up 2 yards. Sims doing a great job to haul in that high snap from center Wade Helton. Or was that, no, I believe Makua Pule is, no, Helton is the center. And now Pule will move to center, and Helton is slid over to left guard right now. That last snap was high, but Jeff Sims able to haul it in. That football, it's going to be dicey handling the ball from here on out because of 2nd down and 8. There the give to Rayleigh Brown, who slips away from one tackle but is forced out of bounds. A penalty flag is down. A late flag goes down as Rayleigh Brown was run out of bounds for no gain.
They call holding way behind the play. I'm not sure why the Sun Devil offensive linemen, they were chasing Brown towards the Cyclone sideline.
Man.
And no surge at all. And somebody just reached out and grabbed somebody. It's just not a good look. Hey, Kevin, let's go down to you. I know saw an offensive line change.
Number 58. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
Wade Helton just ran off holding his right wrist. Obibo comes in. Makua Pule, the center, just took off his right glove. Those gloves sometimes get a little slippery when they're wet. He took the glove off, had a good snap on that last exchange.
Right now the officials are administering the 11th penalty of the game on Arizona State. 11 penalties for 119 yards. Iowa State, which annually is one of the least penalized teams in the country, has 6 for 49. 2nd and 18 for the Devils from their 42-yard line. Sims throws a quick pass and overshoots Jalen Moss. The pass incomplete into the near sideline, and that'll set up a 3rd down and long, as again a penalty has thrown a Sun Devil drive completely out of rhythm.
Yeah, the crowd's kind of getting behind him. You know, one player that hasn't been out in the field for a while is Shimon Mateer. KT, I don't know if you can get an update on him, but I have not seen him out there in a while. And Harpole is lined up. 11 personnel. Actually, no running backs in the game. Oh, there he is. Rayleigh Brown is your ex-receiver to the left.
Empty formation on 3rd and long, 3rd and 19. Sims will try to run it, looking for a hole. Jeff Sims to midfield, and he gets to around the 48-yard line of Iowa State. It's a 10-yard gain, but he needed about 10 more to move the chains, and so now the Sun Devils will have to punt it away, and they will try to play the field position game that has worked against them. It was worked against them by Houston last week. Hayden Flores back deep to await Canyon Floyd's punt.
You know, you don't. 4th and 9. I just still think there's no doubt here you're going to kick it away. You don't do anything onside or anything crazy in the fake punt game.
That's a high snap, but Floyd able to get it down, and he gets off a line drive floating kick that takes a good roll. The Devils will let it roll, and it's going to be downed inside the 10-yard line. And they'll spot it at around the 7. So a 41-yard punt all told for Floyd. No return, and again, Iowa State trailing by 5, will start deep in its own end of the field when we return. 12-11 left in regulation. Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19. As we take a break on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
The Sun Angel Network is where business goals and athlete growth collide. Connecting local companies with ASU athletes through the power of NIL. Every deal drives results for business, opportunity for athletes, and pride for Sun Devil Nation. Want to grow your brand and invest in development? Join the movement and make your business part of the win. The Sun Angel Network. Create the advantage. Activate the Valley. Go Devils.
It's kickoff time, Sun Devil Nation. At Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, we're proud to stand with Arizona State football. And just like Sparky on game day, trucks from Tim Hovig's Santan Ford bring the fire, the fight, and the power. From the F-150 to the unstoppable Super Duty, Ford trucks are built tough and built for Arizona. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford is an easy drive from anywhere in the valley. Santan, 202 Freeway, and Val Vista and Gilbert. Tim Hovig's Santan Ford, proud partner of your Arizona State Sun Devils.
Recalculating.
When you're hungry, even your GPS starts judging you. Circle K can help reroute your whole day. There's the $4 meal deal, breakfast sandwich, monster and hash brown, or the $5 pizza meal deal, 2 hot slices and a Coke. Whatever your route or your mood, Circle K's got the fuel. Swing by a participating Circle K today or visit CircleK.com for details. For moments like these, Circle K makes your day.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Heck of a ball game on this Saturday afternoon. This much anticipated rematch of the Big 12 title game. Both teams coming in struggling circumstances, dealing with injuries, dealing with recent losses. Iowa State had lost 3 in a row. ASU has lost 2 of its last 3. But this has been a good one. The Sun Devils lead at 24-19. Cyclones will take over, but deep in their own end of the field at their 8-yard line. And last possession, Jeff, the Iowa State really, as the late Bruce Snyder used to say, when you want to run the football and chew up clock, they put the blade down and they ran the ball down the Devils' throats, only to have to settle for a field goal. I wonder if they'll keep it on the ground here.
You would think so, right? I mean, you think you're going to intermittent passes, but the strength of this team is the run game.
On first down, they fake the give. The slant is incomplete. He tried to throw a quick slant to Chase Sowell, and Keith Abney, along with Boogie Wilson, were there to defend, but it was Abney who broke up the play nicely.
You know, if you're an ASU defense coordinator, you want I would argue that our 2 best players are corners. Maybe our linebackers are our 2 corners. Abney, is doing a great job, and I think you really want the ball to be thrown in this scenario. I'm shocked that they didn't come out and just try to run the ball there.
Still a couple more downs, though, as Carson Hansen is in at running back. 2nd down and 10 from the 8. Beck in the shotgun. Straight drop back at his goal line. Beck will throw it out of the backfield to Carson Hansen on the near side of the field. And Hansen is forced out of bounds by Kendrick Breedlove out at the 13-yard line. So that's a pickup of 5. It'll set up a big 3rd down and 5 play. Iowa State today, 2 of 10 on 3rd down conversions.
I mean, and they came into the game averaging 41%. That's awesome. The defense has really, really played well.
3 receivers line up to the right side for the Cyclones. Hansen remains the running back. On 3rd and 5, Beck will roll to his right, looking to throw. Still rolling, now throws the pass, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. It was caught by Chase Sowell, but he caught it out of bounds with guess who? Keith Abney defending. Let's check in with Kevin Turner.
All right, I was just behind the offensive line bench. Kenny Dillingham came over, and he said, regardless of what happens on this series, we're going to go down, and we are going to score.
It would be nice if they could. The Sun Devils leading by 5, 24-19. And
that was an interesting play. I mean, they just, to your point, they ran the ball down our throat. And they came out at their own, inside their own 20 and threw it.
Tyler Perkins will punt from his end zone. Zechariah Sample back at the 40-yard line. And it's a high, short, wobbling kick off the side of the foot, and that's going to be downed by Cooper Ebel, the linebacker, at the 42-yard line of the Cyclones. That's only a 29-yard punt with no return by one of the greatest punters in Iowa State history. And so the Sun Devils, you talk about field position, I mean, they have been gifted with terrific field position here with 11:22 remaining.
Coming into the game, Perkins had 25 punts, averaged almost 44 yards. He had 5 kicks that were over 50 with a long of 65, and he just hit a little 9-iron right down the middle for about 20. What'd you say, 25 yards?
29, I think.
Jeez. This is your chance to put it away if you're ASU.
Officially a 27-yard punt, spotted at the 40 of Iowa State. On first down, Jeff Sims wants to throw, in trouble, finds open field to the near side, runs to the 40, 35, tiptoes his way down the sideline, and he gets out of bounds. And let's see where they spot him out of bounds. They're going to spot him all the way down to the 25-yard line, a 15-yard run and a first down for Sims.
Great job by Sims. He got pressure, broke to the right side, got to the sidelines, beat the backer, but then he started, his body was out of bounds, his feet were in bounds, and he was leaning like a drunk sailor all the way down the sidelines.
Good comparison. First and 10, under 11 minutes to play. 24-19, Arizona State leading. Jeff Sims, a toss to the left side to Rayleigh Brown, and Brown is going to be dropped as the Cyclones strung out that play beautifully on defense, and they drop Rayleigh for a loss. Back to around the 28-yard line.
You know, Cyclones are playing that different now. When it's that little toss sweep, they're really attacking it on the outside, really trying to force Rayleigh to cut back. And Rayleigh doesn't like usually to cut back. He likes to go to the edge. So
starback Marcus Neal, one of those who helped string out the play for the Cyclones. Loss of 3, second down and 13 from the Iowa State 28. A pistol look this time as Sims will keep off the fake handoff, and Sims runs to the left side and is forced out of bounds after getting the ball inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him out, it appears, at the 22.
And he ran into the kicking net, but our kicking net and our bag of balls is like 4 or 5 yards off the sidelines. I'm shocked it's that close. Get it out, back it out of the way. Sims ended up in the net.
A 6-yard gain, 3rd and 7. Jeff Sims today, 21 rushes, 198 yards on the ground.
Shimon Mateer still not back in the game, Tim.
Has not been for quite a while. Sims, a direct run on 3rd down, runs right up the middle, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. He gets down to the 18, picking up 4. It'll be 4th down and 3. And now you speak of Shimon Mateer. He is heading onto the field, and I do not see the field goal unit coming on. Boy, I don't know about this. A field goal puts you up by 8.
Unless you try to draw an offsides, and you better get exactly the look you like.
This is something else, yeah.
I know you can follow metrics. I'm an old school guy. I like 3 points right here.
I don't know about this one. They snap the ball, and now Sims with a short pass that's tipped incomplete. Rayleigh Brown was open over the middle of the field. One of those plays where Sims ran it and then tried to throw, and Rayleigh Brown was open, but the pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It falls incomplete, and the Sun Devils turn the ball over on downs with 8:55 remaining, and their lead only at 5 points. Timeout on the field with the score 24-19 ASU here on the Sun Devil Radio Network.
Hey Tempe, your new Sam's Club is now open.
I'm so excited about the Sam's Club at Tempe Marketplace.
Having one close by, I can't wait for that.
We love the Members Mark brand.
The value, the products.
Having that gas pump there is amazing.
The gas is worth the membership alone.
And the scan and go option just sets Sam's Club apart. Scan and go is so easy.
Super convenient. It's on the app. I can scan. And then pay right on my phone.
And then you just cruise out the door.
It's seamless. It's a little bit too good.
Today's the day to join the club. Your club, Sam's Club.
Hey, it's
it's Pat. So I went for ice cream the other night, and they had 48 flavors. I couldn't decide. Well, the Valley Toyota dealers have put me in that same position. They have 19 hybrid models to choose from, more than any other brand. How could you choose? Like the ice cream shop, I had to test all 19. Unlike the ice cream shop, I didn't go home with a bellyache, so that's a small win.
Right now, get a rugged 2025 Tacoma SR or SR5 with 1.75% 48-month financing. Or get low 1.75% financing for up to 72 months on a full-size Tundra. With great deals like this, now's the perfect time to visit your Valley Toyota dealer or valleytoyotadealers.com. Toyota. Let's go places. 1.75% with $21.59 per thousand borrowed for 48 months. 1.75% with $14.64 per thousand borrowed for 72 months. Offers end 11/3/25 and exclude CRD Pro models. See dealer for details.
Sun Devil Football, Arizona Sports, the local sports leader.
Well, mark that play down. You figure one way or another, that could be a potential turning point in this game. The Sun Devils, with just under 9 minutes left to go, had the ball, fourth down, 4th and 3 at around the 27-yard line, or the 18-yard line of Iowa State, with a chance to kick a field goal to go up 8. Instead, they go for it on fourth down and had a great play call, Jeff Van Raphorst. One of those situations where Jeff Sims shows run, and then right before he gets past the line of scrimmage, pulls up and lofts a pass to a receiver, and he had Raleek Brown open, but just didn't put good touch on it, and it looked like the ball might have been deflected a little bit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, that was one of those ones, conventional wisdom, you think kick it. They liked that play so much, they went for it. And Raleek Brown was so open. If he would have just two-handed shovel pass with a little arc like you're trying to hit it, make a free throw, it's a walk-in touchdown.
Instead, Iowa State takes over, and on first down off play action, Rocco Beck throws downfield, and the pass incomplete, intended for Ben Bramer, the tight end, and he got crunched by Keith Abney right as the pass came to him, and Bramer is slow to get up. He is on one knee and now is on both of his feet. But boy, oh boy, he took a hit from Keith Abney, who has played a terrific game today and has been great all year. And now Bramer collapses on the field after he got up and tried to take a few steps and was really wobbly.
They're calling for ambulance and medical attention right now. I mean, he is almost like he had a seizure or convulsion or something down there.
Oh, my goodness.
This is not good. You better just pray for this young man.
Ben Bramer, the junior tight end out of Pierce, Nebraska, the leading receiver for Iowa State this year and a two-time honorable mention all Big 12 player. They're bringing a cart out for that young man.
They've got carts, trainers, oxygen.
Let's go to break while they tend to him. We'll take a quick timeout with the score 24-19 ASU here on the Sun Devil Radio Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
If you don't have gas in your home, but something doesn't smell good. Ew, what's that smell? If it smells like rotten eggs, there could be a leak in your neighborhood. Now what do I do? If you suspect a leak, move fast, call 911 and Southwest Gas. From a safe location. But I don't have natural gas in my home. Gas lines are buried all around, so even if you don't have gas. I know, call 911 and Southwest Gas.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. But wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sun Devil football, Arizona sports, the local sports leader.
Well, right now here in Ames, Iowa, the silence is deafening. I have never heard a stadium as quiet as this stadium is now, as medical personnel are attending to Iowa State tight end Ben Bramer, who was unable to latch onto that pass from Rocco Becht on the first down play for Iowa State. And he took a hellacious, legal, but big-time hit from cornerback Keith Abney of the Sun Devils. Bramer was down on one knee, and then he got up to walk back to the huddle or back to the sideline, took a couple of steps, and then just seemed to wobble, almost looked like he was in a convulsion, and collapsed to the field, and immediately medical personnel racing out to him. A cart has been brought out on the field. Players from both teams on their or near their respective sidelines are on one knee, no doubt praying for Ben Bramer. And listen to the silence. This crowd is just stunned. Everyone concerned about the Cyclones' two-time honorable mention all Big 12 tight end.
They're going to bring a stretcher out, slide it underneath him, and I think one thing you can say about Midwestern fans is respectful. Like your prayerful comments are very well said. You know, you love the game of football. You hate this,
man. Ben Bramer today had caught 3 passes for 48 yards and has scored one of the Cyclone touchdowns, one of their 2 touchdowns today.
It is.
Players on both sides so concerned. Of course, even the Sun Devils. The guys in the other team are in some ways your comrade in arms, playing this sometimes violent, but the game that they all love, that we all love. And it is just so unfortunate to see this happen as they continue to administer to Ben Bramer. Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell with a knee right down next to his fallen star. As we told you, Bramer, he's 6'7", 255 pounds, came into this game as the Cyclones' leading receiver on the season. In fact, their top 2 receivers, both tight ends, Gabe Burkle, their number 2 tight end, is the team's second leading pass catcher on the year, though I don't believe Burkle has a reception so far this afternoon. Bramer comes from Pierce, Nebraska. He was a freshman All-American here 2 seasons ago, and 2 times has been an honorable mention all Big 12 selection, including last year.
This is going to be really interesting for Iowa State's passing game. They were already struggling to move the ball, but now you just lost your number 1 tight end. You lost your number 1 wide receiver.
And now they lift him up and are carrying the stretcher with Ben Bramer on it. And the fans respond to that as the young man is put onto the cart. And momentarily the cart will be driven off the field, and I'm sure that Ben Bramer will be taken to the closest nearby hospital. He still has his helmet on, it appears. And it looks like they have the arm, shoulder area strapped. And now the entire Cyclone squad is gathered round on the field between the 20 and 25-yard line on the near side of the field for no doubt a quick team prayer. And the Sun Devils are getting back on their feet. The ASU players were on their knees, obviously concerned. And
all right, let's go ahead and reset everything. Thankfully, they got him on a cart and gave him some medical attention. And gets a well-deserved cheer, but hopefully, like you said, let's just pray that he is well. And this is a kid who probably was the number 1 NFL candidate on this field, potential. He was a couple of scouts here I was talking to earlier. And
we should mention one of the scouts here is a good friend of ours and a former Sun Devil player, Teddy Monago, played in the early 1990s. Teddy has been a longtime NFL scout, now works for the Los Angeles Rams, and I had a nice visit with him before the game, and he was saying that among the reasons he's here to scout the Iowa State tight end room.
He likes that. He liked that room a lot. And boy, Bramer, 6'7", 255. You hope he's well. Now you can hear the crowd get back into it. All right, let's set it back to reality. 2nd and 10 here.
Ball's at the 18-yard line of Iowa State. There's 8:50 remaining in regulation. And the Sun Devils lead at 24-19, and you just kind of wonder how players on both teams will respond in the wake of this eye-opening moment. 2nd down and 10. Rocco Beck will work out of the shotgun. Chase Sowell goes in motion. Beck gets the snap, drops back, looking to the near side, nothing there. Now rolls to the right. He's under pressure from Blazin Lonawong, throws downfield. The ball intercepted. Jordan Crook with the interception. As Rocco Beck was pressured by Blazin Lonawong as he rolled to his right, and Beck was trying to get the ball upfield, and he threw it right into the waiting arms of Jordan Crook. And the Sun Devils will take over at the Iowa State 28-yard line. That is Arizona State's first takeaway of the game.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that is just a horrible play by Beck. He looks to the left, nothing there. He gets pressured, runs to the right, and he misses the receiver by 4 yards behind him and hits Crooks. That is, Iowa State's going to be kind of scratching their head, like, why did they get away from the run game that was really working for them? And maybe that's why Kenny Dillingham went for it. He knew that Iowa State really could not move the ball in the defense. ASU's got a chance to turn out the lights here with 8:42 on the clock.
Jordan Crook's first interception of the year on 1st down. Sims will try to run the ball, hoping to get outside, turns the corner, and gets out of bounds with positive yardage when it looked for a while like he was going to be thrown for a loss, as he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 for Jeff Sims, and that carry puts Sims over 200 rushing yards for the afternoon. 23 carries, 208 rushing yards for Jeff Sims.
Really patient run that time to the right side. He got away from a couple of tacklers, made something out of nothing.
2nd down and 6. Sims looking to throw, swings it out of the backfield to Rayleigh Brown, looking for blocks. Rayleigh at the 25, and he is brought down there for no gain. They get Brown out in space, but he's just unable to make the first man miss. Marcus Neal over there to bring him down and set up a 3rd down and 6.
Shimon Mateer back in the game, and he's been kind of limited, but he's going to go with that set. Now they've got 4 to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield. Run a lot of quarterback runs off this. Remember, this is the same formation that Sims took about 75 yards for a touchdown. They're not going to play it the same way defensively, though. They've got 3 over 4, 3 against our 4.
Big 3rd down, a design run for Sims. Jeff Sims fumbles the football. Fumbled near the 15-yard line. Iowa State players are indicating they've recovered. Sims has turned it over twice already today. Is this number 3? Still waiting for an official signal, and there it is. The Cyclones have recovered.
He had the 1st down. Quarterback keeps. Same play they got the 75-yard touchdown run on. And now they're going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty. Rayleigh Brown is nearby. There was 2 defenders walking away after the play, and Rayleigh was there. There's a 15-yard penalty coming up on somebody here. Something was said between 2 Cyclones and 1 Sun Devil.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct number 53, Iowa State, his first. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal line. It's 1st down, Iowa State.
That is awesome.
But boy, oh boy, I guess you can say that on this particular Saturday, we have seen the good and bad with Jeff Sims. We've marveled at his physical talent for 2 years watching him in practice. The first 2 times he started, it never really came to fruition. Today it has, as he is closing in on 400 yards of total offense. But now he has turned the ball over 3 times today on an interception and 2 fumbles. And that was just enormous because, as Jeff said, he had the 1st down and coughed it up. The Devils with a chance for a knockout touchdown. Now Iowa State has 7:20 to go to try to get the go-ahead score. On first down, they hand the ball to Carson Hansen. Hansen finds a hole off right tackle, and he explodes out to the 16-yard line. A gain of 8 before Keith Abney brings him down.
Yeah, the offensive linemen they're giving the sign like "feed me." They want to put this ball on the ground.
And after that last interception by Becht, I think we're going to get a steady dose of it. So can the Devils bow up defensively and stop the run? Iowa State now with 148 rushing yards. Arizona State 284.
3 tight ends in the game, 2 to the right, 1 to the left.
They give it to Hansen once again. Hansen slips through a hole and has a first down, tackled by Kendrick Breedlove at the 27-yard line, an 11-yard gain. And they're just running the ball right at this Sun Devil defense right now.
Yeah, counter trade. They brought 2 linemen from the left side to the right, lead blockers up towards the 2 receiver side.
Again, the handoff to Hansen, and this time the Devils stuff the run as Hansen is gang tackled for no gain. Keyshawn Elliott leading the surge for ASU.
You know, it's interesting. Teams talk about putting the blade down and running. It's hard to run 10 or 11 or 12 running plays. You may get some yards, but the defense is going to have their plays too. Now you're kind of in a bind if you're Iowa State. You got 2nd and 10. They didn't get any yards on that.
We are under 6 minutes to go in regulation. ASU 24, Iowa State 19. 2nd and 10 for the Cyclones at their 27-yard line. As Rocco Becht, a low snap, but he fields it, steps back, pressured and sacked. Back at around the 17, 18-yard line. And he is sacked on the play by Justin Watley. They'll mark it at the 17. It's a loss of 10. Yeah. And the clock continues to tick away, under 5.5 minutes remaining.
James Neal, the left tackle, just got beat around the edge by Watley. Watley got low, ran the horn, was able to get right into the back legs of Becht. Man, if you're Matt Campbell, you're going, all right, 3rd and 20, and I got a quarterback who's shaky.
On 3rd down, Becht looking to throw again and gets a screen pass off. It's caught, but tackled well short of the first down. Yeah, I believe that's Gabe Burkle, the tight end, making his first reception of the day. He gets to the 27-yard line, but is tackled there by Jacob Rich-Kungaika. And it's well short of the first down, short by 10 yards. And so with under 5 minutes to go, the Sun Devil defense firms and forces Iowa State into a punt.
That was a great job by Kungaika. Tight end middle screen. The ball was right over the middle. Kungaika rushed the quarterback, turned back around, and chased the tight end and made the tackle.
Tyler Perkins gets off the kick. It's a pretty good kick. Zachariah Sample's going to let it hit. And the ball is down at the 22-yard line.
Think about that last play, right? That was a tight end screen, and you had just lost Brahmer earlier in the drive with that chest contusion or whatever, the medical condition. Really tough situation for Iowa State, and Brian Ward's defense has stood tall again. Every time they've needed to make a stand, Tim, they have risen to the occasion. They've played well, played strong.
That punt 48 yards for Tyler Perkins. The ball will be spotted at the 25 of ASU. 4:19 remaining, a 5-point Sun Devil lead.
Keyshawn Elliott now is leading tackler in the game. He has 10 tackles, 5 of them solo.
Ball security of the utmost importance, and Jeff Sims has coughed up 2 fumbles and an interception today. Sims runs it on first down, and he gets out to around the 29-yard line, gains 4 yards on the play. So the dilemma for play caller Marcus Arroyo, on the one hand, you want to keep the ball on the ground to use up clock and time and try to chew up yardage. And Jeff Sims now 25 carries, 222 yards, but it's also a damp football, and Sims has coughed it up on fumbles twice.
Yeah, right now, if you're ASU, you want to move the ball, even if you have to punt and get your defense out there. You want to try to tilt field position. Sun Devils will stay in the huddle, 7 on the play clock.
And now they hurry to the line of scrimmage, play clock down to 3. They get it snapped. Sims will take off and run, and he doesn't get much. He goes off the right side of his line and picks up 2 to the 31-yard line before he is dropped there. And among those in on the tackle for Iowa State is Ikenna Ezeagu, their defensive end, safety Jamison Patton there as well. So another huge third down play, 3rd and 4 from the 31. The Devils have compiled 465 yards of offense today. If they could get 4 or 5 more, it could go a long way towards perhaps winning this football game.
Mateer went out on this play on third and 6 here, 3rd and 5.
It's an empty formation for Jeff Sims on 3rd and 4. Sims will run, and Sims has the first down. Out past the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll move the chains with 2:35 and counting, the time remaining in regulation, and ASU clinging to a 24-19 lead. Marcus Neal coming up to make the tackle. And I believe, have we had a timeout call? No, the clock is continuing to run, and yet they're going
to let it run down to 2 minutes.
I can't believe Iowa State's not going to burn a timeout here. Both teams have all of their allotted timeouts remaining. But they're just going to, both teams, let the clock go down to the 2-minute timeout. And then the Cyclones will try to use theirs at the end of every play. So basically it's going to put things in a position where the Sun Devils,
this is a 2-minute timeout on the field,
are basically 1 first down, it would appear, away from clinching.
Tim, there was 2:22 on that clock, and Iowa State let it run down. I mean, are you shocked?
I don't get that. I just don't get that. But obviously those timeouts will be coming up shortly. Speaking of timeouts, we'll take one here at the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes left to go in regulation in Ames, Iowa. Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19. Timeout on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.
Check it out. At Gila River Resorts and Casinos, no one does it better. So, make a splash. Taste all the flavors. Pop in bottles all night long. And shake it till you break it. However you do you. No one lets you take it to a legendary status like we do. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. You do you.
Everyone needs a checking account, so get the one with built-in benefits to complement your unique lifestyle. Mountain America's My Style Checking has perks no one can pass up. You'll enjoy sizzling restaurant deals, peace of mind mobile phone protection, timely telehealth access, built-in identity protection, and clutch loan rate discounts. Make My Style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union. Visit macu.com/mystyle. Insured by NCUA. Membership required based on eligibility. Some benefits require no cost registration or activation. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Sun Devil Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
So 3rd down and 4 play.
See if Sims keeps it here. You got 4 receivers left, middle of the field looks open.
And there's an Iowa State defender aligned against all of them. That opens up the middle of the field. There goes Sims, off to the races. He may go 50, 40. Say goodbye to Jeff Sims. He is going to go end-to-end for an Arizona State touchdown. An 88-yard run by Jeff Sims on 3rd and 4, and Sims takes it the distance. And that was our Old Dominion best in the game highlight of today's game. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Jeff Sims today has accounted for 410 yards of total offense. That touchdown run, 88 of his 233 rushing yards. He's also passed for 177. In the second half of this game, Sims only has 2 passing yards and 213 rushing yards. Devils with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line, leading Iowa State 24-19 with exactly 2 minutes to go. Handoff to Rayleigh Brown. He started left, headed right, went back up the middle, and after it's all said and done, picks up 2 yards to the 38-yard line.
Timeout at 1 minute 55 seconds. 30 seconds in length.
Looks like, they did that time. Iowa State has a guy we talked about a lot, the big citrus, right? Dominique Orange.
Yes.
And one of the things that they wanted from him in the 2025 season was to play more snaps. And they've been working him up in his snap count. He's not been in the last couple of drives, but now he's in here. 6 of the last 8 games, he's been able to play at least 40 snaps. ASU, probably pushing 65, 68 plays. Let me get you a total number here. There's 67 plays right now. So it just shows you he's only good for about 2/3 of the game. So they're spot playing him. We'll see if they take him out. He was in there last play. And nope, back. It looks like he's back in there this play.
Cyclones just took their first timeout. They have 2 left to use. One more first down should do it for Arizona State. But those 8 yards are, as always, going to be the toughest 8 to get all afternoon. 2nd down and 8. Sims will take off and run on 2nd down, and he gets crunched by Marcus Neal, the safety, for no gain on the play.
1 minute, 50 seconds. Iowa State has.
Tell you one thing, I hope.
Charge timeout, 30 seconds in length.
I hope the plane has a sauna, a jacuzzi, and a cold plunge, because after carrying the ball 28 times, Jeff Sims is going to be very, very sore.
Yeah, he is. But what a game he's played. But that play gained nothing. And interesting now, if you're Marcus Arroyo, you got to know that the Iowa State defense has all eyes and all focus on Jeff Sims. Rayleigh Brown's running has not been, he's been okay today. He's carried 16 times for 64 yards. And clearly it would be a stunner if they put the ball in the air and risk an incompletion to stop the clock or an interception. They need 8 yards for a first down that could put away the game. But you want to be judicious in the way you execute this play here. And ball security of the utmost importance. What will they call here on 3rd and 8 from the 38 of Arizona State? It's going to be Sims running to the right, and he is taken down for a loss. Taken down for a loss. And the tackle was made by linebacker Caleb Bacon.
1 minute, 45 seconds. Iowa State has called their 3rd and final charge timeout. This will be a 1 minute full timeout.
So Bacon with a terrific play drops Sims back at the 33-yard line for a loss of 5 yards. It'll set up a 4th down and 12. And Iowa State just used its last timeout, so the Cyclones have burned their allotment of timeouts.
And they got to be thrilled that they're in this game. I mean, they have gotten so outplayed in the second half. And 3 very, very, and I get why you did them, 3 very, very conservative calls, but it's still only a 5-point game. First down would have won it for you, but they elected their strength of this Sun Devil team is the defense.
Now Canyon Floyd on to punt. It's a good snap. They come with the block, almost blocked it. Floyd gets the punt off. It's fielded at the 35-yard line, but tackled immediately is Aiden Flora.
That was a great catch by Flora, though. Low kick coming out low with pressure on him. He did not let it bounce. Flora might have just saved 15 or 20 yards by coming up and making that contested punt catch.
He is down at the 36-yard line of Iowa State. So the Cyclones have 1 minute and 38 seconds. 64 yards to go for a go-ahead touchdown. No timeouts to burn. Devils were in this similar situation back in September at Mississippi State and gave up that winning touchdown to lose the game.
So, well, number 0, left side's been their go-to guy.
On first down, Rocco Beck throwing over the middle. The ball is caught at the 49-yard line by Sowell for a first down, tackled immediately by Javen Robinson. It's a first down. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. The clock stops momentarily while they reset the chains. Now we're back to action as Beck again throws to the near side. That ball is caught by Sowell. That is Eli Green, who makes his first catch of the day. Green is a transfer from North Dakota State in his second year at Iowa State.
That was a great play call, though. They same formation. They had 2 receivers left. They threw the in route the first time, the out route to the second time, as both receivers ran the same route. They each got the ball.
2nd down and 3 from the ASU 43-yard line. As Beck in the shotgun drops back. He's got time, gets the pass off. It's caught by Gabe Burkle. A nice open field tackle by Kendrick Breedlove at the 39-yard line of Arizona State. It's a 1st down.
Stop the clock while they move the chains, but Iowa State is out of timeouts.
1:20 to go.
They're having trouble getting the play in. They wasted a little bit of time here.
39-yard line, the line of scrimmage as Beck drops back to pass. Hit as he throws, the pass overthrown, intended for Eskelson on a post corner route inside the 20-yard line. As pressure was coming that time, I believe it might have been Justin Watley bringing the heat, and the pass overthrown, but the incompletion stops the clock with 1:06 remaining.
Yeah, Watley got a lot of pressure, took Beck down. They tried a little post corner route to the left side, and Watley was able to get home.
2nd down and 10 from the 39 of ASU. Sun Devils lead at 24-19, holding on for dear life here, trying to get a win on the road.
Man free look. They got 2 deep safeties, man underneath.
Rocco Beck off play action. Again drops back to pass. Over the middle, the pass is caught by Carson Brown as he's upended by Javen Robinson at the 30-yard line. A yard short of the 1st down. It's 3rd and 1. Clock ticks, under a minute to go. 3rd down and a yard for Iowa State. An empty formation. Beck drops back. Pass incomplete. Broken up on a big hit by Martell Hughes. Intended for tight end Gabe Burkle. And so now the game comes down to this play. 4th and a yard at the 30-yard line of Arizona State.
How good is Martell Hughes in space? Understanding the situation. 3rd and short. He sees the tight end out there. He plays the stick route, meaning he plays right near the 1st down marker.
The Cyclones sprint to the line of scrimmage, and they tried the tush push, but
timeout.
Whistles
Kenny Dillingham got a timeout.
Prior to the snap, Arizona State called their first charge timeout. 30 seconds and late.
The Cyclones sprinted to the line of scrimmage to try their version of the tush push, and just as the ball was snapped, it looked like Beck might have been able to have gotten the 1st down had the play counted, but Coach Dillingham employs the first of his timeouts. He's got 2 left to go, but more to the point, his team is 1 yard away from potentially winning this football game if they can get a stop on 4th and 1. Again, Iowa State needs a touchdown to take the lead with 46 seconds remaining, trailing the Sun Devils 24-19.
It'll be interesting to see what they do, right? It's 4th and 1. You think you got to run it. You have a quarterback who's under 50% completions. I almost think they need to pound the ball and do the same play or some kind of run play to get a 1st down.
And if they get a 1st down, the clock will stop momentarily. Correct. While they reset the chains.
So you got to call 2. Now you got man-to-man on the outside. You got Sewell locked up. They are loading the box.
It looks like the tush push, and they push the tush just enough, I think, to get the 1st down, nudging the ball just past the 29-yard line.
See if they go fade route left side to Sewell.
So it's a 1st down. The clock stopped at 44 seconds as they reset the chains. Or are they? They haven't. Looked like the chains haven't been reset yet.
Watley was late getting off the pile, so they were able to line up. The chains aren't even set.
Man,
they haven't moved yet.
They haven't even moved the chains yet. What the heck is going on here? And now they are finally getting moved. 1st and 10 at the 29 of Arizona State. Beck will line up under center on 1st down and spikes the ball.
I don't get that. You got man-to-man coverage on the, and I'm a quarterback. I'm excited. I'm glad that he spiked it. You had man-to-man coverage with your biggest receiver on a DB. You're going to spike it, send one deep in the end zone real quick. This is such a wasted play right there. ASU.
So it's 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the spike ball. 41 seconds left to go in regulation. 2nd down and 10 from the 29.
Cover 2 look for ASU.
Beck off play action, drops back, throws to the far side of the field. The pass is caught by Sowell, but he stays in bounds. Tackled by Keith Abney at the 25-yard line. On a gain of 4, it'll be 3rd down and 6. The Cyclones sprint to the line of scrimmage to try to get set here. As the clock continues to wind down, Beck drops back to pass. Over the middle, deflected by Justin Watley, incomplete. So again, we hit a 4th down situation with 20 seconds left to go. 4th down and 6 from the 25-yard line.
Great play by Watley, getting his hands up, realizing he's not going to get home on the sack. It's going to be a quick throw. And it seems like it's a quick fourth down, right? Because they wasted the one play on the grounding, didn't even try to get a throw. ASU is playing this really well from a defensive perspective.
So will they take a shot for the end zone? Will they just go for the first down? 4th and 6 from the Sun Devil 25-yard line. Rocco Beck gets the snap on 4th down, drops back with time, throws to the near side of the field. The ball is caught by Sowell, but I think he's short of the first down.
The clock's running.
He catches it at the 20-yard line. He is a yard short of the first down.
Previous play of the runner short.
Oh, no.
Further review.
It stopped. The ball's behind the receiver. Looks like he's short. The clock should be running. Well, it's going to be close. He did cross the 20.
I wonder if there'll be a 10-second runoff here.
But the officials called the timeout. For the...
It looked like Sowell was just short of the first down. The ball is spotted right now.
Ball should be on the 20 is what I saw initially.
The line to gain appeared to be the 19-yard line of Arizona State.
This game's over, buddy.
They've got the ball at the 20-yard line.
Game over.
After review, ruling on the field of the runner short of the line to gain is upheld. It's first down, Arizona State.
Game over.
And that should put the period to the paragraph.
Boy, Rocco Beck under 50%, 4th and 4, ball to the left side to a 6'3" receiver,
catches it a yard short
because it's low and behind him. I mean,
Beck. Boy, I've just been surprised at how he's played today. He's a terrific quarterback, but he has not been anywhere near his best today. So now the Sun Devils. Jeff Sims takes a knee, and the Sun Devils, they beat Iowa State for the Big 12 championship last December in Arlington, Texas, and they come to Ames, Iowa, and beat the Iowa State Cyclones again here today in a dandy. Final score, Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19, led by Jeff Sims, who quarterbacks the Devils to his first win in his 3rd try as the Devils starting quarterback. And Sims had a game for the ages. 228 rushing yards, 177 passing yards, 3 touchdowns accounted for, 2 rushing, 1 passing for Jeff Sims. A remarkable performance by him today as he leads the Sun Devils to their 6th victory of the year. Arizona State now bowl eligible with its 6th win of the season as they go to 6-3, 4-2 in the Big 12. And the woes continue for the Iowa State Cyclones as they have now lost 4 in a row to go to 5-4 on the season, 2-4 in the Big 12 Conference. Boy, this was one heck of a football game, wasn't it?
It was just a really ugly game, right? And yet ASU, with everything going against them, not having Tyson, not having Sam Levitt, you've got some players that really stepped up. Jeff Sims really stepped up. You know, we talked about Shimon Mateer, and Kevin Turner has another guy who stepped up, and Justin Watley.
Yeah, Justin Watley, your defensive front played so well. You guys won the game here down the stretch. Give us your thoughts on coming into Ames, Iowa, and getting this W.
Man, coming off a loss last week, we just had to battle through adversity. And we knew what we had to do as a defense, man. Play our fits right, man, stop the run. This is a really talented football team who likes to run the ball and stop the run, man. So we knew we had to come in here and pride ourselves on stopping the run, and everything else is going to take care of itself.
Congratulations. I see your dad over your shoulder here. Go celebrate with Pop.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys, let's go back upstairs. Justin Watley.
Yeah, 3rd leading tackler on the game. That's kind of the impact that he had as a defensive lineman. Keyshawn Elliott and Crooks number 1 and 2. Sun Devils are going to come out of here with a win, Tim.
Sun Devils outgained the Cyclones 467 yards to 336. Jeff Sims with a spectacular performance offensively as he and the Sun Devils able to overcome 3 turnovers to win the ball game 24-19 over Iowa State. We'll take a timeout and return to Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa after this on the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio.